All right. The party has quite a bit of downtime ahead of them, and they took on some paid work. Ryman actually managed to score a little double pay for the same job, essentially, um, when she saw some rich folks looking for, a lost um, family member. The party, there were a number of small animals that went missing, and then small children, and then most recently some adults. Uh, Many spotted near the sewers before disappearing, as reports say. So they were let down in the sewer to find out what's going on. So far, they fought some crocodiles because you've gotta. But they had some surprise. Oh, what were those creatures called? They were freaky. Wait, it wouldn't show up in that fantasy grounds. Oh, they're little creepy demon bug looking things.
Oh yeah, they look weird.
Yeah. I will tell you in a second here because it was so awesome. They were in the crocodiles one. Ooh, right. I think somebody, I don't know if anyone actually rolled to see what they were, but I'm going to share the image out again just for people that weren't here.
Oh yeah, the
Uh,
closets.
yeah, yeah. Ugh.
So
Uh,
beautiful.
and they were invisible and they just out of no, seemingly out of nowhere, just bleh, stabbed. I know they got a meal, and I think they tried to attack someone else. I remember Rhinewin smoking one of them with her. Um, what was that? The guiding bolt.
Guiding
Guiding.
bolt.
Yeah.
Because aren't they weak against radiant damage
Yeah. They
or
had.
something?
There was something they were. I think it was radiant from your that spell. Just kaboosh. And then, having handled that threat, they continued on in the sewer and came across this particular room here you're seeing on the map that had some bones that looked like perhaps one of the guards from the city. There was some armor strewn about it as well, and these gnarled humanoids with these sort of jagged teeth from chewing on bones, and these this pale, pasty complexions. They look like they're next to death, but they seem to be kind of strong. But they all do seem like they're pretty close to dying. But they're
Again.
putting up a fight. Yeah, yeah, right. Ryan managed to turn two of them, and they're currently running out of the hallway, which is exciting. Um, and yeah, it's a pretty interesting fight. So I think we're just gonna hop in here, so you don't have to listen to me recap anymore. And I'm gonna bring up the. No, I didn't want to do that. Here we go. I'm going to bring up the combat tracker here just so I can remember. Oh, right. We're at the top of the round, and that's where we. I think that gnarled humanoid attacked already, so I'm not going to have it do anything else. Doesn't that sound familiar? Does anyone remember? Or was it Astrid
um,
that.
I think Thanksgiving wiped our memories.
Yeah, I'm going to say it attacked because I don't want to, jip anyone on that.
I
So.
think it attacked and then like hung on to me, and then like that's when we fought.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah. Ooh, good. Okay. Uh, all right. I forgot. It's essentially sort of has like this. It's grappled onto you. It's not restricting you,
Okay.
but it's grappled on. Yeah, yeah. It couldn't do anything else. It tried to bite you, I think, or something like that, and you were just like. Mm. Oh right. Let me just check Facebook and see if Steph is. See how she's doing. Oh, she's gonna be a little bit late too. Okay.
Can you share out the
Okay.
map? I'm trying
Ye-
to remember what the name of it
Oh,
was.
it's sewer walk in the park, but I can share. I'd be happy to share it out. Because as Warren pointed out, I need to be careful what I'm naming the maps because they do share the title out on top. um, yeah, well, let me reshare it. That's so weird. Okay.
Yeah, I can't.
It
I can't
should
see
be
it.
when you go into images and
Oh,
maps, change the
page one
group
of
from.
two.
Okay. Or you can change the
My bad.
group from all to new, because all is like all the stuff we that I've bought for that's been purchased for a bunch of stuff
Okay.
add-ons. So. Okay. All right. So I guess Kaylin's up then, and I'll just jump in for her while she's doing what she needs to do. What's closest here? Let's see. She only has 5, 10, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. I think she only has 25. So, what is she going to do? Kaylin's, I think, been avoiding the the cistern full of disgustingly stale water. Uh, you see, it has like almost this mossy, congealed like layer floating on top of the water. A couple vampires, by the way, for those that weren't here last week, fell in there after being killed, um, which was fun. She only has 25, so she's going to start walking over. Wait, she has a crossbow, doesn't she? I feel like she would probably try and notch that.
Yeah.
Okay, so she is going to attack probably the one that's on. Um, wow, this is what happens when I miss a week. The one that's on Astrid. That was silly, Dan. See, we're walking the park. Okay, now she's going to try and attack that. She notches her crossbow and lets loose. Ooh, and hits. Um, and manages to do a decent amount of damage as the bolt has a little bit more of a deflection than she was expecting. Didn't seem to do quite as much damage as she was hoping for.
Wait, were these the ones that we were having a hard time doing damage?
Mm.
Yeah.
We were having a hard time with doing damage. I don't remember if it was spells or even like just physical contact
It seemed.
I think it was
or like
my
weapons or something. I couldn't remember.
my like fancy sword does the like it does the damage that it should do, but I think if it's not got something like fancy on it, then it does like half damage. I think. I might be wrong.
Yeah, I think magical damage. I know some of them might still be turned because I turned them last time.
Mm. The two to the western part of the room have been on a steady run down towards that hallway, out towards the west. Okay, so I think that's all Kaylin can do for this turn, which brings us down to Astrid.
Hey. I'm just gonna attack the one in front of me. Cause reasons. So, I'm gonna attack it with my Wakizashi sword. Did that hit? Yeah.
Oh boy, that hits. Yeah.
That hits.
Nice.
Okie dokie.
Okay. Now, you strike true. And this is what number 3.
3?
Seems to be hitting two of them.
Okay. Well, it hit both of them. So it actually didn't affect number 3. Let me put that back. What was that? 5. How many points of damage?
Oh yeah, it
5.
was supposed to be to 4.
Okay.
No, 4.
Uh, mm, mm, mm. Alright, this
Sorry, I
one's
thought that's
actually.
the one
Nope, not a
That'd be good.
problem. Nope. Yeah, you slice through, and it just kind of peels the skin back, like whatever. It was very, taut to begin with, and at the as the blade cuts across, almost snaps out elastic in an elastic fashion. But dealing, some damage, some sludge and pus and a little bit of blood sort of glops out.
Oh, yuck.
Sewer, why you do this? Yeah.
Um, and I don't do anything else. No, I've only got one key slot left, so I'm just going to leave it at that.
Okay.
Oh, yeah. Tab down, tab
Oh,
down.
thanks. Who's next? Ooh,
There we go.
cool. All right, Emersina, your moment has arrived.
Dun, 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 I don't want to be here. It's
Emersina
smelly.
turns and walks away. Yeah.
I'm just like, I'm done. Nah, like I think about it. I'll be like, God, this place sucks. Why are we here? No, but I see that I have already targeted the first one. So I am going to try to. Ah, I can't remember what I did the last time. Chat.
Yeah. Does anyone remember?
I'm gonna cheat. I'm gonna just do an arrow just to test it out
Okay.
because I don't remember. Yay.
Hmm.
Let's see. Let's see if I remember how to do this. I don't know. Golly.
That's good. Oh, it misses.
Oh, sorry guys.
You draw your bow
I'm
back.
a little too shaky.
Yeah.
My bad.
You catch a mouthful, like a whiff of that disgusting pool, rotten cistern there, just as you're about to fire, and it throws you off a little bit. All right. Anything else you'd like to do for your turn?
Oh, I'm good. Wait,
Okay.
hold on. Actually, hold on.
Mhm.
Somebody said that I was shooting things, they think, last time. Oh, I will show you my t-shirt here in a minute.
Oh yes.
By the way. Distracted.
No problem.
I want to set something on fire.
In the game or just in general?
Oh, just both. Both. I wish I could set things on fire without getting in trouble. That would be nice.
Yeah, you do have produce flame. I think you might
Yeah,
have used that.
I wanna produce a flame.
Well, I think that one's a full action.
Okay.
And so you might have to wait for next. Anything that's a bonus action, you still have movement and a bonus action for this round.
Okay, so I'm gonna move
Yep.
5, 10, 15, 20. I'm gonna move over here
Okay. Ooh,
and there.
Okay. Felix, you're up.
Would I know if the sledge in the middle is rough terrain? Is that what it's called? Yes.
Well, you saw a couple of vampires just drop in there and not come back up. So you imagine there might be some depth to
Oh,
this pool.
that changes things a lot. Does anybody happen to know jumping rules off the top of their head?
Do I have I've got this DM screen. I don't know where it is. I think I still have it packed.
No, wait. Let me get on D&D Beyond real quick.
Yeah. Actually,
Okay. Jumping. Long jump. When you make a long jump, you cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet on foot immediately before the jump.
okay. Actually, I think I might have enough movement speed to go all the way around, but I was gonna run around and shove the guy that's next to Astrid. So that's 1, 2. Excuse me.
For a second,
3.
I thought you were gonna shove her.
Yeah. So I can get to here, and then I'd like to shove this little dude over here.
Isn't that guy dead? I think he's dead.
Is that 3?
3 would have been dead, but she couldn't
Yeah, I
actually
think he's
target them
dying.
both. It was just an accident.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, what was the ruling on that one?
For which one was dead? Number 3 is still alive.
But 4 is
Because
dead?
4's engaged. What happened was Astrid accidentally targeted 4 and 3. So
Oh,
the damage she did hurt number 4 and killed number 3, but she couldn't actually target number 3. So they're
got
still
it.
alive.
Okay, so I'll go ahead and try to shove number 4. And is that let's see, strength? I think strength versus.
And oh, you're trying to shove them. Let's
Yep.
see. Did you have? Oh no, that's one of your things you spend. You have a specific thing
No,
that
it's
gives.
page 195.
Okay. Um,
It's basically a grapple check.
all right. Let's have them roll their. Let's see. So they do strengths or athletics. What what are they gonna do? They don't have any proficiency in that, and that's all the same. So we'll do a check. All right, and they got a 15, and you got a 15, so we get to do it again.
Okay.
Can you see there? No, you can't see there, bro.
No, yeah,
Okay.
they're invisible.
All
Oh,
right.
that's not gonna work.
Well, they only got a 10. Okay, we got a 6. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah, you lock in this grapple move both, and then you sort of reset your stance, lean back a little, and go to push in. But lean back was a little too much, and they had enough ground to just lock you in place there.
Dan, I'm gonna burn my action surge
Ooh.
and do the same thing.
Nice. Okay. Oh, let me get there. I close everything out. Woo, 17. That's gonna be tough to beat. Let's see. They got a. Oh, I thought it was a 1. Well, anyway, it's still. What happened? I guess let me do it again. Well, it was a 2. So a 5 in total. Yep. So this time, you kind of swipe the back of the feet and just give a hearty shove. I mean, how far back do they get shoved? Is it 5 feet?
5
Okay.
feet, so it's 1 square.
Nice. Boom. Kind of captures her stance.
And that would be a attack of opportunity, right? For Astrid?
For Astrid, yeah, because you pushed. Yep.
Cool.
One second. Can I just double check that I have it targeted? Because I don't want to target 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah, let me take a look. All right, yeah, you've got a couple. Let me remove them both, and then I'll just target this one. I'll just target this one, I swear.
There's also a target button with a line through it at the top of the map, with a red line through it that'll clear all your targets.
Oh, cool. Thank you. So I'm assuming it's just an unarmed strike, right?
Or your weapon. Nope, you can do a melee attack.
Oh.
Mhm.
Okay, I'll do my weapon.
Ooh, that hits. Jeez.
Nice.
Wow. Okay. Yeah. Once again, you sort of get a good chunk of flesh cut out as you kind of pierce through the torsos. They're getting shoved backward, and I guess you'd probably do a slash like front to back to front as they're getting pushed by you, and you just kind of clip a section of the torso out there.
Nice.
Ugh, yeah. They're looking fairly. I mean, they're all looking terrible, but this one even worse. Okay. Anything else, Felix? Here's our music. Oh wait,
Frozen.
he might have disconnected. I just saw him reconnect to.
He said,
there's guys.
"Whoops, end my turn." In
Oh,
chat.
okay.
So
Thank you.
I think something may have happened.
All right. Well, now we have Ormy up, and please, Chad, let me know how the audio levels sound. If I'm the same volume as the players, and if the music's too loud. I put some battle music on. If it's too loud, let me know. I want to adjust it so you can hear everybody. Oh gosh, Ormia, what would you do, huh? What would you do? You'd slash him, wouldn't you? Yeah, probably with the rapier. And where is she? Alright, so it's difficult terrain to climb over the pipes. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. So she easily closes the gap between her and gnarled humanoid 1. And as she gets in that 5-foot space, she goes for a thrust with her rapier that just misses. Oh man. As this gnarled humanoid is running anyway, trying to get out of this room. And with that frantic motion, just misses. Okay, gnarled humanoid 1. Well, I guess it's up to you guys. If you're gonna chase, I'll probably have to do another map. But they have to run. Where's Rhinwen? She's here. So they have to run away. 5, 10, 15, 20. So they basically dart down that hallway. Now, Humanoid 3 does the same thing, but if you guys want to continue attacking those, let me know. I will sort of sort that out, take some notes, so we keep track of where everyone is. And that brings us back to Rhinwen.
Okay. Oh, they went off the part of the map that I have open. So.
If you want to pursue them, I'll put them back on so you can target them, and I'll just keep track of how far you guys go down the hallway.
Well, I can't get that far down the hallway because I'm not going to try and jump over this sludge because I'm not very strong. So, but what I am going to do is I'm going to hop over here, 1, 2, or 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and I'm going to attempt to inflict wounds on homeboy number 4.
Nice.
So hopefully this will get past his darn damage resistance or whatever the heck it is. Okay, so I hit him. Yes.
Nice. All right. Oh, inflict wounds is brutal. Oh my goodness. Excellent.
Oh, that's a lot of dice.
Woo!
Oh, partially
Huh.
necrotic, so maybe
Yeah.
should have hit it with guiding bolt. Oh well.
Let's see. Huh, I thought there was a different description for that. I must be thinking of something different. Anyway, you do just that. You run up and strike at it with this spell, and it
Basically, I slap it across the face.
does. And you see, like, some of that necrotic damage strikes and spreads across its face, breaking up. The skin again sort of peels back. It's very taut and elastic. And now the whole side of his face has like this spider web of cracked skin. Okay. Anything else for Rhinwen this round?
No, I think that was my turn. So I'm good.
Okay. Let me just check something because I'm not sure when this would occur, but I feel like okay. If Rhinwen, Astrid, and Felix could make a perception check, please.
Okay.
And what's their Ooh, nice. Oh, okay. So Felix, you don't spot this. So this corner that's relatively dark, where these creatures, climbed out from, sort of out of the darkness into the room. You've been fighting them just on the edge of this darkness, but as a number of you get over here, and the sounds of fighting ensue, you spot another one drop off the ceiling down on the ground next to Rhinwen and Astrid.
Oh shoot.
And one just off to the left of this cistern here. There seem to be crawling almost from the westerly area over, here, and just clink clink off the ceiling. Ugh. They have that creepy spider walk, like.
Ew.
From their little images, they look like the girl from The Ring.
Yeah, that's pretty
Yeah.
accurate. Yeah.
Yeah.
I have to do like a hand. They won't do anything this round, mind you, but they up here. What's their thing? So that's actually that's our team. Okay, Emil. Sorry, I just had to get that last bit in this fight. Your turn, Emil. Oops, I don't have the thing
I'm
up.
trying to remember. Can we see over top of the pit in the middle, or do I have to kind of go around to be able to see?
No, you can see. It's only up maybe 1.5 2 feet off the ground.
All right. What is the range on my short bow? 80 short. Okay. I'm gonna take a shot with my bow then.
Nice.
Face.
Okay. Steps here, yay. That hits, beautiful.
Face. Where is oh. Where did my damage go?
If it showed up to you but didn't show up elsewhere, I'll just punch it in.
No, it didn't. It's just that my I don't know if I'm on the different tab, but I'm not getting the sneak. I'll roll damage, but I don't see the sneak attack anymore.
Let's take a look. Sneak that. Oh, right. You've got to hit the magnifying glass. It'll drop down the damage. Under Rogue. It's under Rogue, just below spell slots.
Okay, so do that.
Ed. Ooh, nice. Okay, yeah, you deal quite a bit of damage here. Which one is this? Oh, wait. I'm sorry. Let me adjust that. They're not supposed to. They're all really close to death. Wow, 10 points of damage.
It, that's fine.
Well, this one's looking really healthy, and it shouldn't be. There we go. That's better. Okay, yeah. You blast straight through its shoulder, and you can see it's having trouble sort of holding its shoulder up now. After you knock a good chunk of it off with the bolt.
All right, and I'm going to use my bonus to, I guess, kind of try and hide it kind of around this corner and
Okay.
sneak it up.
Yes, but it's still kind of dark around the edge of that hallway. Oh yeah, you're 19.
There's a glitch on the stream because Felix dropped.
Oh, okay, thank you. All right. Oh gosh, yeah. All right, let's fix that. Is he back now, or is he still?
He said he's hoping to reinstall VC and then come back.
Okay. Why you do this, BC? All right. Let's see.
Oh, there we go. Now they're off.
Okay, good. All right. Anything else? Oh, nothing else for me. Ooh, gnarled humanoid 4. And where are you? All right, you got knocked back. Whew, what does it want to do? I don't know. I feel like it has a taste for Astrid here. This one. So it's gonna kind of scoot back in. What a god, Felix. I don't know. Let me just do a roll. Let's see. Because it's not super intelligent here. Okay, no, that's Astrid. All right. If once again tries to claw at Astrid, which hits. Again, it pierces, and it's an owie, but it doesn't actually deal any permanent damage to you. It just latches on to your shoulders, clunk, clunk, with its worn down little fingertips there, bony fingertips. And then with its second action here, attack action, it attempts to bite you once again. Ooh, okay. All right. So now you're officially grappled by it. It sinks its teeth into the side of your face. It just kind of bites on your cheek here, and you can feel some of the lower teeth pierce the side of your mouth, and the top ones sink into the side of your temple, and it hurts. And it's just clinging on, and that actually does do damage. No, it can't do that much damage. That's ridiculous. Hang on a sec. It has this added thing that it shouldn't have. Okay.
Insta kill.
Yeah. All right. 2 points plus 3, so it does 5 points of damage to you.
Cool.
Okay. Yeah, it does. It has this other thing that is silly. Okay, and it's just latched onto your face. That's where it's at. You're effectively grappled by it. Yeah. It's got its arms, again in your shoulders, and its legs sort of tied around your thighs as best it can to try and lock you in place. But that's it. That's all it can do. And that brings us to Kaylin, who she might still be having trouble. Let me just take a look. Yeah, I don't see her on here. All right, so I'm going to do another round for Kaylin. I feel like, again, she would probably target that. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She still can't get close enough, but I feel like she's going to start walking and trying to get over there. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's just sort of out of reach. You know what? She'd probably just go on the other side of you to support you. And then over... Well, no, you'd be taller than her. She sidesteps you and tries to fire her bow, her crossbow, past you. She notches it. Oh, good. She really hits that thing. All right. And then does some damage. Let's see what she's got. Oh, good roll. Okay. Bless you. Just past your side. No problem. Again, fires a bolt that just sticks into the left thigh of this creature. It's sort of wrapped around you, and it sort of just misses you. And thunk, gets stuck into the thigh of this creature. And that's all she can do because she didn't have a sword attack. Astrid, it's your turn. So because you're grappled...
You're blurry, Dan.
Oh, thanks. Is that good? Did it fix it?
Yeah.
Okay, good, thanks. Let's see. So you're grappled. Effectively, you can't move, so you can try and escape it if you want. You can roll an athletics or an acrobatics check. But let me just see. I think that you might still be able to attack and maybe do that at the end of your turn. I don't want to shortchange you in any moves, so I'm going to take a quick peek at the player's handbook. I think it depends on their grapple and what they've got. Let's see. All right. Here we go. All right. Oh, that's moderately easy escape. Okay. I'm just going to check conditions here super quick and make sure I'm not scamming you. Alright, grappled. Grappled creature's speed becomes 0 and it can't benefit from any bonus to its speed. The condition ends if the grappler is incapacitated. Oh, well, hopefully that won't happen. The condition also ends if an effect removes grappler at a... Okay, so basically your speed's down to 0, but it doesn't say anything about not being able to attack. But I think it's an action to try and escape. So you can either try and escape the grapple, or you can try and try and slice or punch or beat this person.
Yep, I want to do that.
Ah, nice. Very Astrid, yeah. All right.
Okay, here we go. Oh.
Ooh. Yeah, that you go to you've got your sword drawn. You go to sort of get it in the side of the temple, and it just is locked on and kind of leans forward and just glances off the back of the skull.
Okay, I'm gonna use.
Mm.
Oh, I did not mean to press that
Nope,
twice.
that's okay. That's how many blows there's gonna be. That's a
Yeah, I would
flurry.
like to use my Actually, if I'm grappled,
Mhm.
does disengage do anything, or is that just if someone is like in melee range with me?
Yeah, the latter. It's just
Okay,
if someone's there.
cool. Then I'll use flurry of blows, please.
Okay, neat. And I think you get
Okay.
what, two with that? Two
Yes.
unarmed strikes. Nice. You channel your. This is a key move, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Channel your key, and you go ahead and make your two strikes at it. Let's see what
Can you
sticks.
remind me how I do that again?
Oh, sure, sure. So it should be. Let's see, actions. It should be under monk or something. And there's
Um,
unarmed strike. So you hit the magnifying glass to bring it down, and then you roll the attack. You grab the little sword there,
sweet.
and or just click it
Thank
because you
you.
have it. Yeah, no problem. Okay, first one hits.
Cool.
You can either roll damage to see what it does, or you can roll the second one, whichever you want to
I'll
do.
roll the second one first.
Okay. Second one hits. Okay, so go ahead and
Cool.
roll damage twice.
Mhm.
Whoo!
And that one.
Nice. Still, what is this thing on? Because it should be. Oh yeah.
Good
So
lord.
yeah, this thing is like
Just like
ready
roided
to
up.
collapse.
Like-
Uh huh. Um. And yeah, it's still chewing on your face though, but you deal a ton of damage to it, and you feel it sort of almost knock off a couple times, and it is the side of his face is all sort of crushed in a couple times from those two really powerful key strikes. Not looking good, which sort of adds to the disgustingness because you've got a little bit of sludge now kind of going down your face. It's in your mouth, off
Oh.
its fangs. You can taste that putrid, that ugh.
Oh, my wound's
You
gonna
don't
get
need all the
infected.
yeah. You need some mouthwash after this, yeah. All right, anything else for Astrid this round?
I think that is all I can do because I've done my action and my bonus action.
Okay.
So I will go on down.
Ed's ready to come back.
Ah,
And I also have to step away from the computer for a second. I'll
Sure
be right
thing.
back. Sorry about that.
no problem. All right, thank you for the heads up. All right, let's get Ed back in here. All right, I think it's calling him. It used to come up and make a big to-do, and now it just doesn't show me. Okay, there we go. Hey, Ed. Hey, let me get you back on.
Everything works.
Oh, good. What do I need? I need this, and we'll get Ed's camera back on. Boop. Nope, that's wrong. Let's fix that. There we go. Good, 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 good. Okay, welcome back, Ed. So,
You're back on this. Oh, okay.
oh, thanks. Yeah, it popped that up for some reason. I had to change it. So Ed, I think all you missed is I don't know if you saw the
I've been
other
listening
two.
in.
What's that?
I've been listening in. So
Oh, sweet.
I'm
Okay,
up to
good.
date.
Good. Whew. All right. So who's turning me on here then? Oh, the gnarled humanoid. Ooh, okay. Number 5 that dropped down. Ooh, Caitlin. All right. Oh, Ryan went. Okay, let me roll and see who gets what. Oh, okay. That one would be Caitlin. So this other one that just dropped down is just as Kaylin was running up. It attempts to claw at Kaylin and hits. It almost tries to do a tackle. It gets her on her either side of her waist and gets her claws in. Then attempts to take a bite, but misses. Just clang off of Kaylin's armor. Whew. And that brings us over to Emracina.
Okay. 2, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Okay. I have gust of wind.
Okay.
Can I use that on more than one target?
Let me take a quick peek. Look. All right. A line of strong winds 60 feet long and 10 feet wide blasts from you in a direction you choose the spell's duration, which is up to a minute. It's a concentration spell. Each creature that starts its turn in the line must succeed on blah, 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 blah. Any creature in the line must spend 2 feet of movement for every one. It disposes this. 50 chance. It's a bonus action. Each of your turns before the spell ends, you can change the direction. Yeah, it's basically that line. It's 60 feet long, 10 feet wide. So 2 squares wide, and 60 feet long. So that'll get almost like this whole room, like up 2 rows from where you are. But it gets everyone, friendlies and enemies alike. It'll affect.
Dang it.
Mm.
Oh.
Yeah, it's 60 feet from where you are to the other end of the top of the room.
I feel like everybody's gonna get affected. Except Emil. Just lay back over there. It's like, get your
Yeah.
butt in there.
And you have some movement too, so if you wanted to move and try and position yourself in some manner.
I'm not trying to get everybody that's in this big pile of jumble
Yeah.
right here, but I don't think that I can do it without hitting everybody in that pile over there. Will you guys be mad at me if I do that?
Nah, do it.
One way to
Okay.
find out. Yeah, it might help them. Yeah.
Right. Okay,
This is part of the fun.
I'm gonna move here.
Mhm.
I am going to do gust of wind
Okay.
on all 3 of them, or at least try. I'm sorry if things go south.
Alright, let's see. Strength save to be pushed 15 feet away. Okay, so it's 10
boy.
feet wide. You're standing here, and what, you're trying to get like diagonally upright?
Yeah, kind of diagonally.
Okay. You can from where you are, you could get number 6 and number 4. Let me see if I can go into drawing mode. So it's 10 feet wide. So you, well, that wouldn't really work. You do this and just get the 1. If you stood here, like 1 square to the left, then you could get, I mean, basically
What
this.
if I'm right here?
If you're there, then you could be over 1 more. So the only person you'd hit there is Rhinwen.
Okay.
Oh, Fantasy Grounds. I'm trying to erase it and it locked up on me. Like, oh, don't do this. Drawing mode, clear drawing. Yeah, we don't need that. All right, so same thing from there. You can get all 3 and just Rhinwen from there.
Okay.
So Rhinwen, if you would make a, let me just pull the Gust of Wind spell up. If you'd make a Strength saving throw, please.
Hold on tight.
And I'm gonna make the rest of these.
This is not going to go well for me.
Yeah, your spell save DC is like 13 or something, I think. So, all right, 6 has to make it. Let's see.
I'm sorry.
It's all good.
All right, ooh, 16. All right, that one makes it 4, which is like stupidly close to dying. It's a strength saving throw. 13, is that your spell save DC? It will say it. I can look at your sheet in a second, actually. Let me roll the 3rd one and we'll find out. And 5. It'd be funny if they all, they all pass. Oh, that one's not passing. They rolled a 1. Okay. So let me just check and see what your spell save DC is. It should be. You've got Wisdom +3, so it'll be 13. So, Rhinwen and the gnarled humanoid, right, get blasted. What is it? 15 feet away in a diagonal direction, top right.
Okay.
So this one, two, and smashes into the wall. And
I
Rhinwen, I'm
should
just gonna
probably
scooch.
cast first.
Oh no, it happens. It's
Well,
you don't
okay.
have to cast; they have to save. Yeah.
Okay.
And so what's happened is this huge. You start in your spell incantation, and you create this large vortex of wind that forms in front of you. And it has a little bit of a green hue to it based on everything in the air here. And you just thrust this out, and from your hands, you're standing there leaning forward with a front knee bent, with your hands out, just blasting this tunnel of wind.
guys.
It's blasting over the first two little enemies there are standing strong against it currently. But Rhinwen, you weren't prepared for it. Neither was the other creature next to you, and the two of you were thrust and smacked against the wall, the northern wall at the base of the stairs. The wind, it's a thing until you decide to stop doing it and do something else. So for now, there's this tunnel of wind blasting there until your turn comes back around.
Oh, yay.
So they,
Oh.
it'd be fun.
Okay, so it's not just it ends, it continuously.
Unless you want it to end. You can say it ends at the end of my turn, too.
Okay.
But you can keep it up for a whole minute. It's a concentration spell, so you can just each turn you can keep it up.
Oh, Samantha's ready.
Oh, okay, neat. Thank you. Do you want to keep that up?
Yeah, I'll
Sam?
keep it up for a minute just to see what happens. And,
Okay.
Hey.
Sorry about that.
No problem. All right, let's get her there, and I'll get you in OBS. You should just pop in here. Oh, fingers crossed. Nope, it's me.
I'll just stand here doing wind yoga.
Yeah.
Someone give me an elevator pitch catch up. Sorry about that.
Two new mobs crawled across the drop from the ceiling in the darkness. One's bitten the side of Astrid's face and is just hanging on tight there, grappled to her. And currently, Emercina has this massive putrid, because of all the disgustingness down here, tunnel of wind blasting currently, unfortunately, Rhinwen and one of the creatures up against the northern wall. Okay. Alright. Oh yeah, it was sewer walk in the park. Alright, Felix, you are up.
Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and attack this guy here that's clinging on to dear life.
Okay.
Kill it.
Lag. There we go. I think I still have control clicked. Cool. So we're gonna go ahead and use the lighting stick here.
Oh, nice. Ooh, yeah. Dun dun dun.
Oh no.
As usual.
Oh man, it only missed by one. If that makes you feel any better,
Yeah.
really, really close.
A little bit, not that much better. I'm gonna go ahead and use my bonus action to do the polearm master attack though.
Nice. Okay.
So let's see here. Expand that.
You need new dice.
That would be a no.
Change the color of your dice.
Yeah.
Oh, you're doing so well.
Wait, hang on. Before I end my turn, I'm just gonna move here.
Okay.
A little chest move.
Nice.
To get. I should have done it at the beginning of my turn. I'm an idiot.
Yeah.
Alright, well, at least other people have advantage.
Good. Neat.
Okay.
All right. In that case, let me minimize this and get back into the goodies. All right, so Ormia, you're up.
Cool. All right, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and let's stabity death this one. It's control click or shift click?
Control click.
Control click. Maybe. There we go. Okay. So let's do some stabity death actions. Here we go. With the rapier. Yeah! Hey!
Nice.
There we go.
Nice. Jeez.
And,
Okay.
not too terrible. Let's see, I've done that. I've used my Bardic Inspiration. Okay. That's all I can do.
Okay. Oh, okay.
To just kind of dance around and just stab it.
Nice. And you
Even
do.
though, yeah, even though my leg is injured.
Right, that's right. You do, and as you pierce it with your rapier, each time you do, the skin almost has a snap sound to it because it's so taut and dried out, desiccated. It peels back.
That's not
around
right.
it. On the anything else for Ormia? That's it.
That's it.
Okay. Oh, thank you. Oops. So, well, as you're fighting them, you pierce this one twice. They all have this really intense look of not anger or hatred or anything. You see hunger. You see this wildness to their eyes, and all in almost perfect sync. As they're busy, including the one on Astrid's face, releases its grip, and they all look up to the ceiling at the same time.
That's not good.
No.
And they all start. Let's see, gnarled humanoid 1 is where? Down the hallway. They're gone. Yeah, you don't know what they're doing.
They skedaddled.
Yeah. This one is here. As they all look up, you see one by the corner here run and leap into the muck in this cistern. Boom! Through the moldy, congealed top down into the water below.
Do I get an attack of opportunity?
You do.
Yeah.
You do. Felix does. And Emeracina does. All three of you get to attack that one.
Didn't get a good attack of opportunity.
That was so
Do I get
close.
advantage on that because of any sort of flanking?
Would it, No, because it was, who would? Felix and Emeracina would, because they're on either side. They're on opposite sides, rather.
It's worth asking.
If Felix, did you have something for advantage or something like that you said, though? Or no?
There's just positioning.
Oh, gotcha. Okay, so Felix and Emeracina, if you guys want to make a melee weapon attack, if you have, polearm and Emeracina, whatever I think you have daggers, or...
Yeah, I have daggers and a staff, so I guess
Okay,
whichever one I
either
choose.
or, yep.
You get advantage, right?
Yeah. Did you guys do that advantage?
Oh, I did not turn that on.
Oh, right, yeah, go ahead and roll again, Felix and Emeracina. Oh, thank goodness. Okay, good. Let everyone know. I want you guys to hit.
I don't know if I'm rolling this right.
No, you've got it. Yeah. Let's see,
Or-
so Felix is hit. Oh, yours hit this time. It just, you didn't have it targeted. Hang on, let me target it for you. 6 is going to be this one here. Okay. All right, go ahead. So Felix and Emerson, you guys can roll damage on that attack.
Yeah.
Holy Toledo, nice. All right, that's Felix and
Ah.
Emerson, cool. Did
Oh,
it de-target it? That's fine. You both attack this one. And as it's like it
I'm
turns
rolling
and
everything wrong.
it starts bolting, and you guys just it leaps up. Emercina, what did you attack with the staff?
I use a dagger.
Okay, nice. You jam a dagger in the front of its thigh, and it trips over that just as Felix comes across with a polearm and cracks it up in front, underneath its chin, and the thing just does like a rear somersault, boom, down into the water.
Yes!
Oh, that is
Teamwork.
fantastic.
That's awesome.
That was
So
oh, you
dramatic.
attacked number 4 actually. It was
Yeah.
number 6 that was running.
Oh, oops.
Nope, that's fine. That's fine. Let me. 'Cause that one was weak too. How much damage did you do? It still counts because you did plenty enough damage to kill it. So, blah! That one's dead. All right, Ryan, you're up.
All right. So can I make like an acrobatics check or something to like flip sideways out of this wind tunnel?
You can sidestep it. You can walk out of it. You're 1 square off, but it'll cost 10 feet to walk out of it instead of the
Okay.
5.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna boop.
Nice.
Get out of that nonsense.
Got that? Like your face is like like on a roller coaster, and you're gonna step out of it.
Okay. So how our spell like if I attack the thing
Mhm.
that's in the wind tunnel with a spell melee attack,
Mhm.
is that affected by the wind tunnel?
No, it doesn't say anything about it in the spell. It's just that wind force, so you should be fine spell-wise.
Okay. In that case, I'm gonna try to guiding bolt its butt. Oh, darn it! Spells don't grow on trees, Rhinewin.
Oh no! It
Okay.
was worth it. Okay.
All right, in that case, I'm going to move a little bit further. So I've got 20 more feet of movement, right? I'm going to move right here next to Felix. That'll.
Oh, hello.
Hello. There's something else coming. We need to kind of stick together, I'm thinking.
Okay. All right. Emil.
Either we need to stick together or we need to spread out.
Yeah. Nice, Emil. Awesome.
Guy.
Draw your short bow.
Oh.
That's amazing. It cut it in half, but it was still enough
Oh my
to
God.
kill it. Nice. So you're okay. You step out to the side, and the one that just released itself off of Astrid's face, you just thunk, and release your arrow, and it flies just straight through into its
Holy
ear,
crap.
and it just sort of clops down
Can
the
I-
head.
Can I like just throw it into the muck where the other one went?
Yeah, we can do that, right? I think it's it's Kaylin's turn. Yeah, we'll say you chuck it over the thing. All right, Kaylin is gonna try and walk in and do her best to avoid high 10. She's gonna go around here in order to avoid the wind tunnel. And she finally gets to use her sword here. All right, good. So she makes her first attack and hits. And then draws her short sword and I have one. And then comes back with the other short sword, and no, that's a 1. So she deals a little bit of damage to it, just not as much as she was hoping. Okay, Astrid, you are up.
So, did you say on the map it's like where this bunch of like bones is by Rhineland? Is that where they were looking?
They looked sort of to the southeastern part of the map.
Okay.
So like where the grate is?
The bottom right. Yeah. Yep, up almost to that corner. Yeah, but upward, like they were looking through the ceiling.
Hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah, that's not creepy at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Sure. See if
That's no problem. I'm not in the room, so I don't care.
Awesome.
We didn't even know where the arrow it came from. It was just. Oh god, I don't know. I'm just gonna try and kill this one over here. I'm gonna go here. Does that mean I get an advantage because I'm there?
You do, yep.
Ah, awesome. So I'm gonna do that. And if I don't get advantage.
Astrid is still grappled. She's still infected as grappled.
Oh, thanks. Let me pull that off here so it doesn't mess up any of your... There we go. Thank you, Sam.
Cool.
Nate. Whoo, doggy! All right. That hits.
Cool.
Okay,
Yep.
what do we do for... Oh my gosh, all right. You just take a chunk out of its thigh. It's got like this limp. It's also has, you know, if it had any loose flesh, it would be flapping in the wind tunnel here. But it doesn't. So its hairs, straggly hairs, blows out of its face as it's back here, and it's not a pretty sight. Yeah, a lot of, you see a lot of rot along the hairline and more of that skin just pulled like a tanned hide almost. But you take a gash out of its
spill his guts.
Yeah. And it has sort of a limp. It looks like it's favoring the other leg now. Anything else for Astrid this?
Can I do 2 attacks, but one of them's melee? I can't remember.
Let's see. You do have
Because I know if I
some...
do flurry of blows, I take 2 unarmed strikes.
I think if you, let's see, you can roll, when you use the attack action with an unarmed strike, you can make one unarmed strike as a bonus action. So if you're not using the weapon, if you're punching, then you can do 1 for your main attack and 1 for your bonus.
Okay, then I'm good. Because I used my sword, so.
Ah, okay. All right. If you don't mind bumping it down when you get to... Oh, yeah, you're on it. My bad. Okay, so this one starts making a beeline for the pool. So Kaylin and Astrid are going to get an attack of opportunity. I'm
sweet.
Kaylin's going to use her short sword. Oh, she got a 20 critical hit.
All right.
All right. Oh, I was so hoping that was going to be another 20. Like, just part of me is... That would be amazing. All right, let's see. Okay. Nice. Oh my gosh, I can't believe this thing is alive. Okay. So, you both just kind of cut through the torso, and now the torso's like waving more than it should because it's free from itself, upper and lower sections. And it down into the water.
That's not a pretty sight.
Okay, guys, you're out of combat. Unless you want to follow these things.
Are we though?
Yeah.
Are we really?
I want to try to perception to see if I can see anything up where they were looking or hear anything that's not going to be good for us.
Go right ahead, yeah. Anyone that wants to.
Okay.
Okay. You look up. I mean, there's nothing. It just looks like a standard ceiling. No cracks, nothing to look through in here.
Yeah, I see nothing.
Yeah, just a nasty ceiling.
What was it, a perception check we were doing?
That's just to see. She was checking the ceiling. She and Em and Ren were just to see if they see anything up there, any indication of what they were looking at.
Okay.
Even if I would have tried to go to look down the hallway, I would have not seen anything. So it's all good.
Nate.
Since those things were running, I think we should probably run.
Anyone that's proficient in Arcana, if you wouldn't mind doing an Arcana check, please.
Can I because of Jack of all trades? I'm half
You can do it at
proficient.
disadvantage. Yeah.
Okay.
Kaylin's
Is anyone
proficient.
proficient in Arcana here?
Yeah, it's just thinking like, oh crap.
Meh.
Kaylin's proficient.
She is.
Yeah, I
All
know
right,
there's somebody who is.
good. All right, let's get Kaylin
Wait,
up in
would
here.
I be? I forgot.
Well, it'll be in your skills tab, and just see if there's a star next to.
No.
Okay. All right, everyone else is here now, so let me check. Arcana check, please. Kaylin, save the day. Hey, 18, 21. Okay, 21 in total.
Yeah.
Is Steph back? Yeah, let me just check. 'Cause I hate that.
She's doing a system restore.
Oh, the poor
Something's wrong with her Wi-Fi
Oh.
connection.
thing. So she senses nearby, almost northwest of here, a very strong source of magic, which she, tells you all. As Ormia suggests running, she said, "There's some really strong magic somewhere northwest of here. I don't know if that's has something to do with what's been going on, but if we're going in a direction, that may be the one to go to. But up to you guys. Just it's really strong. I thought I should let you know."
Does anybody have any bandages or anything for Astrid or Emil? Or
Northwest is the way we're
Or-
going to be going. The way we were planning on going. Is it like did we come in from the bottom of the map?
Yes.
yeah.
Okay, and Northwest is the left of the map. Cool.
Can I take a potion, please? Because my face is falling off.
It looks pretty bad. As she says that, you turn and look, and you see it. I mean, you can see through the cheek in a couple of spots where those gnarled teeth, those really, bone-weary teeth that pierced skin. There's teeth marks across the top of her temple leading just to the top of her ear, and just a lot of blood and that green pussy material that was coming out of the creatures.
How do I heal myself? What do I do on the screen?
I don't know what you. I mean, if you have if you have a potion.
I have one potion.
Okay. Let's see if it has a thing in here. I think it's 2d4 plus 2. So just grab your d4 from the bottom, right click to add a second one, and you can roll that, and we'll add 2 to whatever that total is. Okay, so you heal for 9, and that heals you right up. The wounds heal up. You feel that relief.
If we want to heal, or like use our hit dice to heal, we need to take a short rest to do that.
We remove these from the thing. Okay. Yeah, what would you guys like to do? How would you like to approach whatever is next?
Does anyone need temporary hit points?
As you look around,
I mean-
Felix. Oh, good.
Possibly me, but I could probably I thought I used some healing.
Okay, I can heal you, but then I'm down to my scimitar and short sword, and
Yep.
my good looks.
Please don't heal me with those.
No, I will not heal you with those.
I mean, those good looks count for a lot, though.
Yeah.
Yeah, Emil, let's do that. I think you can just take a D8 and then add that to your temporary hit points, and I'll mark off my my ability.
How long does that last? Because you gave me you gave me temporary hit points last session too.
Yep. We established it was until the end of a long rest, so you can
Cool.
we can take a short rest and heal, and you'd still have those.
Nice.
Should we take a short rest though?
No.
I feel like those things are going to come back.
All right, so Emil gets 13 back.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and heal for
Exactly
13.
what I needed. Thank you.
Awesome. Again, the wounds heal up nicely, and oop, that's the wound goes down to zero. I don't know why it did that. That's weird. Um, here we go. Okay, so yeah, everyone's pretty healed except for Ormia, who looks okay, but not.
Bit scratched up.
Yeah.
My leg still hurts.
There's still some sloshing of the cistern water from the last creature that jumped in there, and you guys sort out where to head next. Are you moving on?
I would.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay. Just kidding.
I know we're exhausted, but I think just staying in. I think we've had enough of this area.
Did we ever find out how much we're getting paid for this job?
Not enough.
It was
Right.
50,
We did.
50 gold per day, and I think like a
Is that per
$200. No.
Per person, I think, right?
Oh, was it? Okay.
I'll have to. I think it was per person, because it was a lot of money. There was a big problem, so they were throwing a lot of money at it. So that's what they do. In
All right,
Mets.
yeah, we should definitely continue because I need money.
Awesome.
So
Okay.
is the only way out of this room the way that the creepy things ran?
Yeah. Well, you could go south where you came from, but
Mhm.
that would be heading back.
Okay.
Sludge hot tub. The sludge spa. That's great. Sorry, I'm trying to keep chat up here too. They're pretty funny. Okay, so if you guys are heading west, then you continue through. Kaylin, sort of leading the way, feeling out this very, very intense feeling of Arcana. Astrid with torch and antlers, and everyone sort of going along rather uneventful. You don't seem to ever spot the two creatures that hobbled away, that ran away with the turn undead. And you approach the end of a very long, straight tunnel without any. There's been a lot of intersecting points along the way so far, but there's this very, very long tunnel, and as you approach the end, you come out into this large circular room. There's about a 5-foot drop down into a walkway around the outer perimeter of what looks like a giant bowl, stone bowl. And actually, I'll share out the map here. Make sure I've got this. I honestly thought I did this already. I thought I pre-shared it. Yeah,
Just load it
I'll
for
load
me.
it up for me. Yeah.
okay,
It's
all right,
already-
good. um,
Oh, and Fantasy Grounds is crashing. Okay.
oh,
It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
Mine is too, so I'm just gonna give it a sec. Wait for it to respond. Be cool, Fantasy Grounds. Be cool here. Alright, here we go. No one's got to get hurt, Fantasy Grounds. Alright. I want to resize this a bit. Get it in the... Alright, you see this room. A number of sewerways seem to empty out into this large bowl. From here, you have a pretty good angle down into the center bowl, and you see that there's a couple glowing runes in the four cardinal directions, just at the water line, and a boatload of this sewer water seems to be emptying out here. So you're looking at 5, 10, 20, 30, about 40 feet across, 45 feet across this bowl, and the bowl drops down a good 40 feet before it even hits the water line, and it looks like there's probably more beyond that. You also see, let me get the right Fantasy Grounds here. Alright, thought I wasn't going to add it. Oh my gosh. Wow. I'm a terrible person. Why did I add it? Okay. What time is it? Almost break time. It's a pretty good time. We'll take our boo break a little early. You see, standing on the ledges, and I'm going to have to add their little tokens here in a minute. My apologies. You guys are showing up. I'm just going to put you guys down. Feel free to put yourselves where you think you would be, and what order you'd be approaching this. Just want to get everyone out here. You're approaching from the southwest here. You've looped back around a little bit. Did I get Armia? No, not yet. And Reinman and Emil. 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7. I think that's everybody. On the platforms, there's broken platforms. It looks like at one point this was an X that crossed over the top of the bowl that is long since broken. Across the way, on the furthest 3, you see mages. You can tell by their attire, by the fact that they're casting spells down into the bowl, seemingly affecting the runes. There's a bit of a pulsing to the runes. It's pulsing in tandem with the spells that these 3 mages are casting. And we're going to take our boo break a few minutes early tonight. I love it. So, for those viewers that don't know, we just take a quick bio break of 5 to 8 minutes, and then we'll return with some proper tokens here and some other goodies. And now we have a cool screen to add, so I'm going to mute us. You won't hear us during this part, but you'll have some pictures to look at. So we'll catch you shortly. And we're back. Uh, how thrilling. Okay. So now, not yet, actually, I take that back. And now with tokens, you see, you know what? They're really not. I think I'm going to put them on neutral right now because they're not.
Thank you.
Yeah.
We are so tired right now.
Enemies. I know, right? They're not, enemies per se. Oh, this will be interesting. Okay. So, as you approach the edge, the mage on the furthest from you. Let me change the music here because that's really not fitting. Yeah, we'll just put a pause on that. Catches his with his eye, and says, shouts over through the echoing chamber. Um, oh, interlopers. Oh, rummaging around the sewers like the filth and waste they are, no doubt. And looks over to the guy to his right, the mage to his right.
I beg your pardon.
Well, excuse me.
Beg all you want. What is it what's your business here? You're interrupting something.
Why you enchanting poop?
Oh, please. And he turns to the guy to the right. Biv, deal with them, please. And
You're enchanting a pile of shit.
so the mage to your left, at the top left of the screen, looks over. Please, people. Like, we're doing something really important here. All right? I, can we help you with something?
You wouldn't happen to have seen any lost children storying about, have you?
Kind of looks over at one another. The two at the top are laughing. The one on the bottom right's been fairly silent and isn't really chuckling along with the other two.
That's what I thought.
Yes, well, minor side effect, but really, what impact does that have on the city? Some missing children.
Minor side effect of what?
Well, revenge, of course.
That's not very
Revenge of what?
specific.
Look, think of this, what we're doing like a large scale, like a practical joke, all right? And he looks back at the other guy that was talking initially. Rio, I just can't. Can you please deal with these people?
Oh my god.
I'm gonna shoot him with my hand crossbow.
Okay.
The guy who's good, I'm gonna shoot him. Because he's annoying me.
Annoying, yeah.
You're welcome to if you want to go for it.
Same
Yeah.
brainwave.
Yeah, it's just kind of like, nope. As soon as he said, I just can't, it's like, nope. Boom.
Nice.
I'm done.
Okay.
I'm done.
Takes an arrow to the knee.
Yeah, nobody treats me like that. Oh, I don't know which guy that was.
Right. Let me type in their proper names now.
That's a 19.
All right, we go. That hits all of them. All right. This one is Biv. As the aforementioned Biv. All right. And this one is Rio. Where'd the name go? There we go.
Doesn't like its name.
Rio. And the final one, you're just not sure yet.
Okay, which was the one that said that?
Well, Biv is the one that said that.
Okay, so I'm gonna step up
And that hits.
and shoot him.
Okay.
Well, he got bigger.
Whoa.
Oh, that's what.
Potion.
What? I'm just kidding.
This isn't even my final form.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nice. Okay. You shoot him and it hits him right in like
So
oh.
I shoot him and then I shout, "You watch who you're talking to."
Like you're gonna get it,
Aw.
all right?
Somebody sounds like a little pansy.
uh, not cool, and just leaves the
How
bolt
old
and
is
is like,
he?
well, looking at all
That's a good question
three,
to ask.
the top
Physical
two,
age or mental age?
yeah, the top two are elves, so it's kind of tough to tell. They look like adult humans, so really they could be anywhere from 20 to 200. Um, the one in the bottom right looks a fair bit younger than the other two, and also for anyone that's familiar with half elves, looks like a half elf as opposed to full on elf like the other two. That one in the bottom right looks a little nervous about the whole thing, but doesn't like that Biv was hurt. And you're gonna pay just like the rest of this city. And okay, and you can
That
roll
sounds
initiative.
like a threat.
Yeah.
Oh, it's on now.
Yeah. All right, initiative. We'll just.
I would suggest taking the bottom right as prisoner.
The
Ask
one
him
who
some
looked
questions.
nervous.
Yeah.
The Rio or Mage 3?
Rio.
Rio, okay.
Oh, I guess I should roll, huh?
Oh my gosh. Did 3 of us just get the same number? 2.
Oh my god.
Ooh, nice. Yeah. Okay. How's let me just check Facebook in case I missed anything from Steph. Oh yeah, that's where she was at. Oh man, I feel so
Alright.
bad for her.
Yeah, for stuff.
Okay, so things quickly switch over to battle. So let me just readjust these folks.
Ormea's a little bit irritated. Just at the whole thing. Nearly getting bitten in half by an alligator. And then these guys are talking down to her. It's like, no. Nope.
Mhm.
Nope. 600% done with this situation.
Okay.
Up in a messy bun and is gonna get to work.
Yeah.
Yes.
Let's see. These two probably gonna stay where they're at for now. Okay, so Kaylin's first. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Oh, jeez. Alright, so there's only a narrow... The opening to this hallway is just a 5-foot space. Or Mia, you would have had to, move where Mia lives and then back to do your shot.
So,
Mhm.
okay, so could I have moved there?
Yeah, sure.
I didn't see that. Sorry.
No, you're
Okay,
fine.
I got it. Thanks,
So...
Sarah.
Oh, sweet.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, so Kaylin's gonna jump down. 10. Where was she? 5, 10, 15. She's going up for Biv. 20. And 25 would be there. Okay, so she's making the rounds, and she's going to turn and target Biv and use her short bow. Oh, okay then. Okay. Oh.
It's just like an ego fight.
Yeah. Okay, so she misses, unfortunately, and that ends her turn. That bumps us down to Ormia. We had a surprise round there, but now we're in good. All right. What you want to do, Ormia?
Dang it, sorry. I was on mute the whole time.
Oh, okay. I'm just gonna put you on a square.
So moving over, yeah. So moving over that water, is that difficult terrain or?
Not this one. The wider
No,
ones
okay.
are, but not
1, 2,
these.
3, 4, 5. Probably don't want to end on it. Yeah, okay, I'll stop right there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, I'll stop right there and I'll shoot him again.
Okay, go for it.
Hmm.
Pew
Hits.
pew.
Mages.
Where do you want to hit him?
Nice. All right, so you line
So
up
I'm
your.
yeah, I'm gonna shoot him again. Just angry.
You hit his thigh like 2 inches off of the last bolt. Poof, and it's go like come on. And he's sort of.
And I'm gonna say as I put my crossbow away, and I'm gonna pull out my rapier, and I'm gonna say, "You have one chance to stop this little practical joke before we end you all."
Woot woot.
Nice. Sort of looks at you like.
Can I make an intimidation check?
Yeah, it may have some effect. Yeah, go for it.
Nope.
Oh, okay. He's like,
So
whatever.
intimidating.
Okay. Anything else for
That's
your
fine.
turn? Okay. Go ahead and bump it down if you would. And that'll bring us to Rhinwen.
Okay. Mm. Well, I'm going to, let's see, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. No. 25, 30. I'm going to go the other way. And I don't, okay, so
Yes.
does this sludge count as water?
Oh, just it depends on what you're looking for.
If you have a very loose definition of water,
It's fluid for the most part, but not
Okay,
entirely.
so I'm not real sure how to interpret that how if I'm interpreting the spell right, but basically what I'm trying to do is scoop up a 5-foot cube of this sludge and throw it in Rio's face.
Nice.
Oh, nasty.
With the shape water spell. Because
Okay,
I can move it 5 feet, and it looks like it's 5 feet away from him. But if it's further down, then I can't do that.
Oh, I'm sorry. I thought I had the right one targeted. That's actually not Rio. Rio's up top. Wow.
Oh.
That's my bad entirely. I thought I had the right one targeted. This one's Rio, and the existing Rio is actually Mage 3. My apologies. There we go.
And Mage
You're
3's
so
the nervous.
confusing.
Mage 3 is the nervous looking one.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I guess the two questions would be: is the sludge within 5 feet of him? And
no, because it's like 40 feet down to the top of the sludge of the pool.
Okay, then never mind.
Sorry.
That's okay.
Sounded disgustingly awesome.
I probably wouldn't be familiar with half elves, but I think with my proficiency with insight, I can tell that this guy is nervous. So I'm going to talk to him, and I'm going to try to persuade him that his friends are leading him down a wrong path.
Okay.
That he should break off this horrible, terrible thing that he's doing. He's going to get himself killed.
Okay. As you start to go ahead and make a persuasion check if you want, and we'll see how he. Okay. All right. Let me just do roll for him. Yeah, he's very, very nervous. You can see. So you do just that. You start to tell him like, "What are you doing with these two? Like, this is not going to end well for anyone. In case you can't tell." And he looks up at you, and you can tell he's trying to put on a bit of a front. Um,
He's
and
clearly trying to impress his elf buddies.
yeah, he
Yeah.
says, "Well," looks over at Rio, and then over at Biv with the bolts in his leg. I, he's looked out for me since our dad died. He's very nervous. Keeps looking back and forth. Keeps looking down in the pit area down there. I I know I don't really like any of this either, and he said no one would get hurt, and it's I don't know. I don't know, but
And he's
Well,
clearly lied to you. Children are missing.
and Viv's hurt, so somebody got hurt.
And I don't feel bad about it.
nice. I just and you can see he's really conflicted. As though he feels that he owes something to Biv, but
Hmm.
does not like being a party to this. I'd say it's a high persuasion. So say he's listening. You've gotten that out of him this round. He's considering what you're saying.
Okay. All right. In that case, that's my turn. I don't
Okay.
really have any ranged weapons or ranged spells anymore. So
Okay. You know what? I was gonna wait for his turn, and I didn't realize it was next. All right, so let's see what he's gonna do. Okay. You know, I better do best out of three here and see. Yeah, because it's sort of a major. Okay. Hey, he kind of, was again looking back and forth and then looking down. I, I don't know. And he turns, and I don't like this. And he kind of looks up at Biv, who gives him a very disapproving look. Um, and Mage 3 starts to sort of run out of his spot and over towards in your direction, Rhinewin. Of course, he gets this far when what's this?
Right.
Boonk!
oh god.
One of our
Oh,
friends.
Uh,
Is
Really?
back in action. Yep. One of those
Really?
little demonish, freaky looking things attacks Mage 3.
Please, let's try to keep him alive. We need him.
Just gonna move it here so I can do this. What are they? Oh, right, they've got that nasty thing. Of course it hits, because mage.
Mage.
Alright, then he has to pass a saving throw for the poison. Oh, he got a 20 on his saving throw. Alright, go mage 3.
Oh wow.
Alright, so that's all that thing can do. Let me bump it back up to where we were. We were on mage 3. Now we're on Ash's turn. He trips a bit as this thing bites into him and falls just shy of falling into the rapidly moving slush and sludge.
Okay, I'm gonna move here.
Huh? You see the runes almost like they're getting out of sync. They were all buzzing and having a pulse in tandem, and now it's like out of sequence and starting to exponentially grow.
Okay, Dan, I need you to tell me if I can do this.
Okay.
I've got a grappling hook and a rope in my bag.
Uh-huh.
Can I throw it over to Rio and try and pull him into the sludge? Like grapple him and then pull him in?
Ooh. Well, let's see how far. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. It's close,
rope
but it's
is 50
such a
feet.
cool idea. Yeah, I would say, what do we want to do for this? I mean, I
You
think
can
it'd be a
certainly
strength.
try.
Yeah, yeah, I would say make a strength check if you would, just to get it over to him and see
Okay.
if you've got the. That's so
Come
cool.
on.
Oh,
Oh no.
Best
um,
laid plans.
oh, that would have been so cool. But please always consider things like that because I love stuff like that. It's so cool. Um, but for this particular attempt, yeah, you go to throw it, and I don't even know. It gets caught on something. Part of the pack that you weren't, your backpack you weren't expecting. Just and you quickly, wind it back up.
Yeah.
But
Just
I had that as like a bonus action in my mind to just see if you had the strength to throw it over there, and
okay.
then I was gonna let you do an actual grapple as an action. So I'll say you still have an action.
Oh, okay.
Hmm.
Do I have anything? I have a hand axe that I can throw. Do you know how far that can go?
Yeah, let's take a peek. Mm, hand axe.
60 feet, maybe? I don't know.
It's 20 feet with normal. 60 feet
Mm-hmm.
is acceptable, but with disadvantage. Anything between higher than 20 up to 60 is with disadvantage. But you can throw it. You'd be down the hand axe until you reclaimed it.
That's alright. I got two of them. I'm gonna throw it.
Nice. Okay, you draw your hand axe.
Do I have to? Is it just to hit?
Yeah, just target him and oh,
With
you already did.
disadvantage.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool, cool, cool. Come on.
And it
Yes.
still hits. Oh, thank goodness! I did not want. Oh, yeah. So you chuck it, and it flies over and just into the side of his chest. There, go and roll damage on that. Nice. 6 points of
Wow.
damage. Good. It just sinks.
Holy
Oh,
moly.
oh, he's says the snooty voice. Yeah.
Oh, God.
Oh, and he has a little bit of a baby sob to it. um.
And then I'm gonna just move to there,
Okay.
and I think that's me done.
Okay. I'm gonna move.
Tabby, tabby.
These guys are disgrace to elves everywhere.
I feel like we're just fighting frat boys doing a hazing.
Yeah,
Right?
but when you add magic, it can be so much more dangerous.
I just need to check something quickly. Okay. All right. Nope, we're good. Emil, you are up, sir.
Me? Well, all right. So Biv is the one we're annoyed with, right?
The most. Yeah.
Okay. I guess I'll take a bow shot. I'm gonna make sure I'm kind of tucked out of the way here. I'll move after I shoot. Actually,
Okay.
that makes more sense.
Nice.
Nice.
Yes.
Whew. All right. Oh, Biv is hurting. All right. And he is.
And
Okay.
I'll bonus to hide. So
Beautiful. Oh yeah. Yep. Back into the shadows. Yeah. You just sneak out and almost like a lean out and just boo fire the short bow. And it goes into his other thigh. Oh, oh, oh! He's looking back and forth at his
You're
legs.
such a rogue.
I used to be a frat boy, then I took an arrow to the knee.
Yeah. That's great. All right, Em, you are up.
Can I use my entangle spell? Because I want to use it on that ugly monster thing to kind of help the mage number 3 get away.
You can, because I don't think we ever sorted out the spells you have prepared. But typically, there's a set number that you prepare before you sleep that you can use the next day.
Okay.
And you can use to, but we haven't actually done that yet, and that's on
Okay.
me. So go right ahead if you want. Let's see. Range is 90 feet for entangle. Well, I think you need. No, it doesn't really say you actually have to have weeds and vines, but I don't know. I think you might need.
Do I need something else?
I'm gonna say go ahead for this time, and I'll look into it more. It doesn't actually say you need weeds and vines existing here, but it is stone, and I don't know how. I'll probably say you can't use it because it's stone. I don't know how anything would grow out.
Oh, that's true. I didn't think about the floor.
Mm. But I'll look into it more just to make sure, after this.
Oh, hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, I think I clicked on the wrong thing, as always.
You're fine.
Oh my gosh, I am just
So many
all over the
options.
place today.
You're fine.
This is not working for me.
And you'll always have cantrips that you can cast as many times as you want. They don't cost any spell slots.
What about Thorn Whip?
Yeah.
That's one of my cantrips.
Mm-hmm. Yep, you can do that.
Oh my god.
It hits. Really hits. Wow, okay. Now that's a 30-foot range, so you're there, yep. Nice. Oh, right, it partially resists. So it doesn't take quite as much damage as you want, but you're able to pull it 10 feet closer to you if you want to.
Sure, I could do a little ganking.
Okay, which is...
Can we pull it into the sludge and then
Yeah.
Oh yeah, can I pull it into
Yeah. Just enough to pull it into this very ferocious
the...
stream. Yeah, it does. It goes in there under a bit.
How do you like that now?
Yeah, we'll see what happens at the beginning of its turn here, because it's a really strong force to that. Awesome.
It's like being underneath a waterfall.
Yeah, nice. Okay, anything else for M this turn?
Oh, I'm good. I'm just gonna hold him there for a little bit.
Nice.
You know, just to get a kick out of it.
Awesome. If you could hit the... Oh, you got it. I got to stop saying it. You guys are on point. My bad. Felix, you're up.
Feel free to keep telling me because I keep forgetting.
Okay.
I have a strange question.
Oh, go for it.
Let's see. Will this show if I click this? Maybe if I put it into the chat here. Nope.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Okay, there's something called maneuvering attack.
Yeah.
When I hit a creature with a weapon attack, I can spend a superiority die, and it says maneuver one of my comrades. Never mind.
Oh, okay.
Move myself. That's all right
awesome.
though. Okay, in this case, I'm gonna look over at Astrid, and I'm basically gonna toss her my my lighting stick. This is
what?
10 feet. This is 10 feet long. Have you ever heard of a fishing pole?
Oh,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Dan, is that going to count as an object interaction or an action?
I think that if you're passing it to another person, it involves more than just. I'd say maybe that's a bonus or something if you're just passing it to her. Did you do bonus already? No, I don't think so. Right?
No.
Yeah, I'd say bonus.
Okay, cool. And then I'm gonna I'm gonna dash and end up behind Biv here.
Okay. As you're running behind Biv.
Oh, nice.
Oh no.
Oh.
You run past this guy that gets a quick attack of opportunity.
Well, he just might kick you in the sludge.
Ha ha ha!
Oh, I should not have given you that idea.
Ha 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 ha. Now it's kind of weak compared to Felix's size. I won't be that terrible, but it does try and claw you if it can.
Oh
shoot.
God.
And it does. I don't want to
I
let
need
go
to
of the
sacrifice
die.
these into the dice gods or something.
No kidding. Okay.
No problem.
Oh, Felix.
Unfortunately,
I'm
this
good.
comes with the bite has
Sure.
with it a Constitution save.
Yeah.
Oh, thank
Oh,
goodness, Felix. Don't do that to me. Okay.
you left me to die.
You feel it bite, and as you almost just before the venom is injected, you rip out of it as you're running by. Uh, okay. Yep. So I'm sorry, Felix. Anything else for your turn?
Nope, that's it.
Okay. All right. Now where's our Oh, here's closet number one that's in the stream, and it's actually going to have to make a saving throw. What would that be? I think it's sludgy and slippery and disgusting. I don't know that it'd be strength. It'd be strength or dexterity, I guess. We'll say strength. It's got to stand up and fight against that. Um, yeah. So if anyone gets stuck in this, I'm going to do strength for these. I think it'd make a little more sense. Of course, it's got a -3. 13. Okay, it just barely. It's sliding and sliding until it gets its claws on the stone, just on the edge there. It almost got swept off into the bowl in the middle. For anyone that's close enough to look down in the bowl, you see it's not only full of sludge, but every so often, where the sludge pours down in, it breaks off some of the top of the liquid in the bottom of the bowl, and it looks like there's nothing there, almost like it's some abyssal space that this is all pouring into.
Like they're transferring it?
Yeah, like you don't know if it's something they're doing or if this is the existing system to dispose of the wastewater in the
Magical
city of
drainage.
Metz, but it looks like it's dumping into some abyssal plane or some abyssal space, or at least alternate dimension, like a huge toilet bowl bag of holding.
It's one of the 9 hells.
Oh god.
Yeah, if it wasn't abyssal before, it sure is abyssal now.
It's the layer of crud.
Yeah.
Diarrhea.
Nice. Um, that's actually all it can do, but it can try and move. 5, 10. It's.
I, I want to yell out,
Mhm.
like, while all of that's going on. I want to yell out to Mage 3 and be like, what is it pouring into? Like, I just want to scream it out on, see if he can hear it.
Okay. He heard you, and it's his turn coming up. I will let him answer when it comes back to his turn, if he's gonna,
Yeah.
um, or possibly at the top of the round. We'll see how it goes. Oh, this guy's alive. Oh, that's the one that was after Felix. Okay, well, it is gonna skitter up next to Felix here. And try and bite again. Of course, it'll have advantage this time with Felix being flanked. And, ooh, you know what? Oh!
Uh-oh, that's not good.
Well, I was just thinking of what it would probably do. And this is going to make for some interesting stuff. Okay. So,
Rip Felix.
it's doing a saving throw. Oh, no, Felix, no. Why?
Yikes.
It uses its scare ability. It locks its eyes onto you as you turn around.
Oh no.
And
Oh.
this it just there's something about its gaze that makes you frightened to the core, and essentially you're frightened. Yeah.
Okay.
At the end of each turns, but you can repeat the saving throw at the end of each of your turns. The problem is,
Yep.
you've got to run.
You don't have to run away though. You just cannot move closer. So it's not like Turn Undead where the undead have to run away. When you're frightened, you don't have to run away.
Mm-hmm.
You just can't get closer.
Right.
Sweet. That's not so bad.
Okay, that's its turn. Now it's Ryo's turn. Oh my goodness gracious. Alright. Oh, what? Okay. Well, he's not happy about this. Now, can I? Hang on, let me.
For a little while, I was convinced you were on our side, Dan.
I don't want you to hear. I don't know. No, I don't think it would have that. Okay, let's see. Brutal. All right. It would probably do this. So, Rio looks over at Ormia, um, and is really
Ormia sends him a very rude elvish gesture.
nice. At that, he lowers his stance and spins his hand around, and out of each hand comes a missile, seeking you out. Um,
Then it casts magic missile. Ah, that's great. This is gonna hurt.
let's see. And he does it. Shouldn't that? It's 3 at first level. He's doing it at second. 4 of these missiles hit shoulder, right in the center of your chest, and then 1 down towards your shin. Dealing a handsome amount of damage, but you resist, you prevail, and you don't. Your vision gets blurry, and you shake it off and maintain your consciousness. Next up is Biv. Oh, and he's a dirtbag.
Oh no. Bye guys, I'm gonna start rolling a new character.
Well, Biv is gonna turn around. He's actually gonna try and grapple Felix. He's going for something
Yeah.
here.
At this point.
I know, right? He's not gonna. All right, so he has to do a what is it? An athletics in order to grapple you. But Felix can do athletics or acrobatics. And athletics is a strength check. Oh, he's terrible. He's not strong. But he does have advantage, I think. And even with that, he gets it too. Okay. Listen, brawl! And he kind of, leans in to try and grapple you, and you're just like, yeah.
Sorry, I have to roll again because I'm frightened. Oh, wait. Yeah, I'm still facing... which way would I be facing, Dan? Would it be facing the closet, or would it be facing Biv?
That's up to you. Whatever you think. You were last attacked by the closet, so it's up to you.
Yeah, I'll roll with disadvantage. I think that makes more sense.
Okay.
So, I forgot that was an effect.
That's a 7. Oh my gosh, I thought it was a 1. I'm like, don't do that. Okay, so again, he's like, goes in for the grapple, and you just hit him with your elbow. Oh. And that actually ends Biv's turn. He wanted to try and braw it up. So at the top of the round, Mage 3, tries to answer you. What was your question again? What?
Where's all that stuff going? I think,
Oh.
right? Emersina?
Oh, yeah.
It was designed to just go into an empty space, but we're changing it to an abyssal space, and supposed to hurt some villagers and some of the townspeople and get them back, for what they've done, and to my bro. But that's all he really has time to spit out.
I'm like, but what did they do?
We may never know now. All right, Kaylin's up next, and we just quadruple check. Nope. Okay. Let's see. So, what is she gonna do? Where's she at? I feel like she'd want some hands-on stuff, so she's gonna make her way towards. She can't stand in that by the closet, so 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. She's going to head up here, and she's probably going to go for the, I don't know, maybe the closet, since that's the last thing that hurt somebody. All right, with her light crossbow. Well, that hits. Jeez.
9.
Oh my gosh! Wow. All right. So she does a boatload of damage with that. The bolt uh, flies true and nabs this thing right in the side of its hip. Sinks like halfway in. And that probably end her turn. So back to Ormia.
Ow! I'm gonna shoot that guy.
Okay.
Yeah, not you. Oh, yeah, I'm not happy about that. It's like, fine, I can do that. Not as shiny, but squishy
Nice.
mages.
Awesome. Yep, that hits. Woo! Nice. Okay. So again, you knock your crossbow, fire across the pit, and it strikes him right in the bicep. Kind of glances off the bone and pulls a little piece of meat off the side of his arm.
I'm just glaring, just.
Nice. He's doing sort of the same back. He's in pain though. He's looking down his nose at you.
We're both like.
Yeah. Okay. Anything else for Romeo?
Nope.
Okay.
I don't have a potion or anything, so I'm just kind of like, ow. Oh, you know what? Yeah, I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just kind of back away because.
Okay. As you do, oops, pay no mind to that. As you do,
You guys, I have 5 hit points left.
our friend Quasit 4
Should I move back?
gets an attack.
I should probably move back because I don't think I was conscious to move there.
We'll see. It might miss. It's not. Yeah, see, it missed. Goes to bite. You hear like a clink of teeth as you run by. All right, let's get this back up. That would have been that was Hermia, so Ryan would be next. Okay, Ryan.
I'll be right back.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna. Well, all I can really do is whack at closet number 1.
Okay.
So that's what I'm gonna do.
Nice. Hack at it.
All right. Oh, hell yeah!
Nice.
Awesome.
All right.
So you do just that. You turn around as the thing trudges out of the water and up on the side there, and you just.
Okay. So how do I roll critical damage?
Oh, it'll automatically put it in.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, how nice.
Nice.
Oh,
And you slash straight down. Oh well, in this diagonal cut from shoulder to hip, and it just falls back.
Is it dying or is it dead?
Oh, it's
or...
dead. It just falls back
Oh.
into the sludge and down into the pit, and then out of sight. Nice. Okay. Anything else for Rhinewin?
I'm gonna glare at Mage 3 and just say you should probably hide or something until this is over.
Nice.
And I'm actually gonna move 5, 10, 15, 20. Yep. Or up here. I'm gonna move here. And give Quasit 4 the evil eye.
Nice.
And that's my
Give him
You're
the
turn.
next. Yeah. There's plenty of that down here.
Yeah, the scimitar is made for stabbing you.
All right, Mage 3 is gonna try and traverse this. Kind of looks like nervously, and looks up at Rhinewin and M, and takes half a step back, and then charges forward and tries to leap over this as best he can. Oh wait, no, I've actually got the thing right in Fantasy Ground. All right, oh, please do well,
I'm
Mage
gonna
3.
try to reach out and grab him if I can.
Can you guys see that roll, or is that also
No.
hidden?
No.
Okay, he got a 3 with a -1 modifier.
Oh no.
So
Oh.
he makes a pretty good leap, and he lands like in the other half of it. But the second his foot lands in the current, it just starts sweeping him away.
Oh no.
Mm-hmm. And
I'm
what?
gonna get my rope out.
Okay. If you want to
Yeah.
do a reaction, you might be able to reach for him. I don't know if you'd be able to have time to pull the rope and everything, but if you wanted to try and grab his arm or
Yeah, try
something,
at least reach something like his wrist or his arm or something.
make a
like that.
dexterity saving throw as a reaction, just to see. Oh, I hope this goes all right.
Let's see. Let
Which
me
would be
know.
the S. It'll be in your main.
Oh.
It'll be the S on
Oops.
dexterity.
Okay, so. Let me know if I'm doing this right or wrong.
Oh, thank
Nice.
goodness.
Nice.
Okay.
Oh,
This kid doesn't need to be
Child.
sucked into that. But he's slipping away, and you just reach out and grab his arm and pull him up onto the safety of the
come
side.
here.
And he almost. I mean, he's like late teens, human age, like maybe 17
How
or
much have
so.
you had to eat?
You're like, oh yeah. You get him drawn in relatively safe, and that is his turn. He's so lucky. Okay, we're fortunate to have you there. All right, Astrid, you're up.
Cool. I want to try my thing again, as Felix gave me his
Oh,
whole thing.
okay,
What's
okay.
it? So do I just do another strength check?
Let's see. So, are you? How are you using the pole arm in conjunction with this? Are you altering anything?
I'm gonna tie the rope around the end,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm just gonna.
Okay, yeah. Go for You know what? Go for maybe a dex check on that, because the strength. It's
Okay.
all in the
Look at the
what
rope.
do you call it? Yeah, because you have the leverage there with the stick.
Oh, for goodness sake.
Not quite, not
no.
quite there. Think, and it pulls the
No.
anchor like, a couple of feet. But nothing else. That sucks, because it's such a cool
sorry.
thing to see.
I know.
Such a good try.
It really is. Let's see. Ooh, Astrid, you're right there. Let's see. I should probably do a roll. Okay. You see Astrid being this. Actually, make a perception check. I guess would be the best thing to do. See
Okay.
if you see anything or not.
Stuff's moving around in the combat tracker. Oh god.
Oh, nice. Okay, you definitely
Oh.
see this. Because the anchor part of the grappling hook sort of falls down into the pit a little bit as you're reeling back in, you start slowing your pace down as you're reeling it in, and you see the water in the bottom of this bowl sort of making some extra movement. And then in this large bubble in the middle sort of builds up and then falls off this dark cloud-like material. And emerging from the pit that these idiots have changed over to some infernal grounds or abyssal realm.
Oh, she's in rice.
Oh, what the hell?
What?
Comes what can best be described as some sort of a shadowy demon.
Mummy?
The two Rio and Biv, look scared shitless. Like this is not. You get the feeling this was not part of their plan. Like from what you've heard from
Fear.
Mage 3, it's like unleash a few of these things out into the city. But clearly something didn't take kindly to the literal shitstorm being dropped in their realm.
Oh,
Somebody was
God.
not happy.
Um,
Nice knowing you, folks.
Yep.
Well, you do notice that the runes that are etched into the water, and this is Felix. You can roll a perception check too. Rhinewin and Emracina and Kaylin. Everyone that's sort of right here can roll a perception. Where's her perception check?
Dice, you've betrayed me.
All right. Anybody that got a 13 or higher, which is what? M and Astrid. Okay. You see that the runes are almost on the fritz. Like, it's just too much energy to maintain a portal with this thing half stuck in, half stuck out. Like, the runes are still holding, but about to break. And do with that what you will, but you do notice that there's like arcane energy spitting off of it, of the 4 runes.
Can I use my bonus action to dash? Can I do that? Or is that an action?
Normally it's an action, but I think, let me just check your monk stuff.
Oh no, I think I have to use a key point to do that. So I don't have any...
okay.
So I'm just going to use my movement. So I think I did 5 to get there. So 10, 20, 30, 40. Wait, right now 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40. I don't go there.
Okay.
So are they just... Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just gonna say, is the pole arm? Did you say it was 10 feet?
Yes, it is.
Can I like reach out to Felix
Yeah.
so he can defend himself?
Mm-hmm.
That's amazing.
Yeah, you reach over, tap tap with the pole arm on, and Felix, if you're grabbing it, then you're good. Right, that guy's on. All right, we'll leave that as that. Okay, Emil, you're up.
All right, I will peek back out and give another shot with the bow.
Nice.
It hits.
Viv. Poor Viv. We knew him but briefly.
Oh, man.
Oh, snap. How is he still... Oh, yeah, Biv is looking terrible. You strike true again with this short bow. This one right in his side. And he's wounded. Okay.
He's going down.
All right. Em, you're up.
Does it just seem like Emil is like the only one hitting things?
Hey, you got something with your thorn whip.
Oh, that's
yeah.
true.
And you saved the kid. So
Yeah,
there's
yeah.
that. But yeah, Emil's having a hot night tonight with it. Destroying things.
God,
Okay.
are the ruins along the same kind of ruins that we were branded with?
No, these look like, I mean, you've seen standard runes of magic before, and it looks like sort of a standard setup. I don't know that you'd understand what the runes stand for, but it's pretty standard. You've seen things like this, vaguely like this before.
So the demon is stuck in between, right?
It's just the upper torso of this creature is out.
Gosh, like, are we disturbing like a portal of sorts? This is bugging me.
And you can also see at this point, in case you didn't
Like-
roll high enough before, the
I'm
sparks.
not entirely sure that we are supposed to be killing the mages. Like, I'm having this feeling that, yeah, they're kind of douchebags, but something does not seem right. Okay, I am going to move my little butt over by that closet
Okay.
4.
Oh, okay.
I made sure Mage 3 is okay. Be like, hey, get away from the edge, please. Get behind a meal. Let's see, 5, 10.
And you can
How
move.
about-
Your speed's 35, so you can actually move 7 spaces.
Ooh.
Mhm.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna just move right here.
Okay.
And then I want to go up and stab him with a dagger.
You'll have to move 1 square closer to
One square
to
closer.
reach with the dagger. Yeah.
Okay. Alright, so he's number 4. Okay.
Okay.
I had to make sure I didn't accidentally target Felix.
No.
I'd be like, I'm so sorry. I'm not a backstabber, I swear.
Critical.
Finish
Nice.
him.
Oh, it hits. Beautiful.
Oh, nice. Okay. Oh gosh, I hope I'm doing this right. Oh, what? What? What?
Oh my gosh, that sucks.
Dan,
Yeah.
like, WTF, dude? Come on.
I'm sorry.
That's lame. I'm
Oh.
not getting mad at this point.
It's just, it's like
Blood.
it's a thick hide, yeah, and it just
Like-
clink, sort of doesn't quite cut through like you wanted.
I start to get a little irritated. Like I'm getting frustrated. I'm so
Nice.
sick and tired of fighting this stuff.
Right?
They're so annoying.
All right, Felix, you're up.
Okay, sounds good. I'm gonna. Oh. Okay. I have the pole arm now, the lighting stick. But I'm gonna go ahead and turn. I'm gonna turn away from the closet and
Okay.
face the mage here named
Yeah.
Viv.
Yeah.
Can I go ahead? Oh shoot. Can I, since it's within 5 feet, could I actually go ahead and do non-lethal damage?
Sure.
Maybe, yeah, use the staff instead of the pointy bit.
Sure thing.
Okay, so let's.
I was kind of hoping you were going to do like a 300, like just boot him into the...
Now we know where that goes. I don't really wish that upon anyone.
Fair enough.
Nice.
Did that land in there? My map is blocking the screen. Let's try that one more time.
I leave to put a child to bed, and suddenly there's a demon on the board.
Okay. Let me see if that hits
Welcome
him.
back.
So 11. Oh, it just misses Biv.
Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and use my full arm raster attack and then do the same.
Oh,
thing.
okay.
Non-lethal.
It just won't die.
Yeah, pretty much.
Oh, that hits. Yeah, that
Nice.
absolutely hits. He sort of does like this odd duck underneath the first swing, and then you come right around with the second one and clock him in the top of the ear, side of the head. Oh. He seems to be a little more focused on the pain in his legs currently, but. All right. Anything else
Sounds
for
good.
Felix?
No, is he still up? Man, Viv is a hardy sort.
Yeah. All right. 4 closet 4 is gonna turns towards you, M, and
No.
does an attack. Let's see.
No.
Don't you do it.
Dan, I swear to God.
No.
I'm gonna point my bow at you.
Awesome. All right, it hits and it rolls a little bit of damage, which is it's a little more than I was expecting. Okay, so
Oh.
it swings at you with the claws. The tricky part is it injects a venom. You succeed. Okay, so no effect. Okay, so that's it for its turn. Thank goodness. All right, closet 2 attacks Felix. Goes in. Nom nom nom. Goes in for a bite. I think that's. Oh, your armor, right? I forgot.
Mhm.
Like I think that misses. No. Felix, this is hard. Okay, deals some damage, and then there's the con save that comes with it as the venom is injected. You succeed. Whoo! Good. Okay, Ryo's turn.
Let's try to get out of this without being poisoned.
Without seeing Ormia in sight, I don't know who. I guess he'd go for Felix, who's attacking.
I'm right across the way from him.
Well, you're technically behind the wall. It's like just a 5-foot opening in the center there.
I couldn't make it into the 5-foot
Oh,
opening
you
I'm in
couldn't.
front of.
Oh yeah, he'd target you then for sure.
But isn't there a shadow demon in between?
There is. They're up 40
Just
feet,
a
so
little.
the shadow demon's still a little bit below them because
Okay.
there's like a 40-foot thing. um, okay, magic missile. Once again, you see these missiles start to form, and oh no, that's Rhineman. It's Orman. These 4 missiles fly over and spin around, striking do the final one right in the temple, as it causes you to lose consciousness.
There's a demon in the middle of the crap.
You're
like,
about
seriously.
yeah. You're it's 5 foot step up to get into the hallway there, so you're right below that by the door, and you sort of collapse down on the walkway here. But that's the end of Rio's turn. Now it's Biv's turn. I think he would probably.
Honesty is gonna kill me.
My question is, when is it going to be Emil's turn so we can actually do some damage?
Nice. 10, 15, 20, 25, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Biv, in a cloud of smoke, disappears. 15, 20, 25, 30. And reappears right behind Rio.
Stupid instantaneous spells.
Oh boy, top of the round. All right. Shadow Demon has this growly voice. Who is responsible for this? And he looks around, he looks at the runes arcing with energy, and looks up at Rio, who's still attempting to maintain some control over these runes, and turns to Rio. And what's he gonna do to Rio?
He's gonna bite his head off.
Mm-hmm. He's gonna do a straight up a slash with his claws. Definitely hits. Kind of damn. Okay. Rakes across, and it's strange because it looks, even though his claw is corporeal, it sort of shifts between that and this smoky feature, and so it does run through and rake across Rio's chest, but leaves behind this sort of puffing smoke monster, sort of smoke trail. And you see after the strike, Rio grabs his chest and looks around, and then looks up at the shadow demon and shrinks back, and takes a lot of psychic damage. He clutches his chest and then drops down and collapses on the floor with his one hand clutching his chest. He's unconscious by the looks of it. All right, and that's all good old Shadowy can do for this round. You see again, the right hand rune arcs and blows out. Some of the stone blows off the side of the bowl, and the arc shuts down. And you see there's a bit of a turbulent force in the liquid in the bowl, and the level rises about 5 feet. But the shadow demon, it looks like he's being drawn back down into the abyssal plane a little bit as well. And that brings us to Kaylin. Kaylin wants to go help Ems, and she's right there. And I don't want to do anything for her since she's not here, so I'm just going to have her do some attacks. Alright, that hits. She attacks Closet 4. I'm sorry, go ahead.
Oh no, I was going to say, Ed, have you been doing your wisdom saves at the end of your...
No.
Go ahead and do one for the last, your last turn there.
Sure.
Kaylin cuts down this closet.
Thanks, Beth.
Oh, that's a success. You're no longer afraid of the closet. The closet. And now it's back to Noormia, so you've got to make a death saving throw, Mia.
Come on.
Sorry, let me
Get
juggle.
this.
Yeah, let me see if it does it. Yeah, it doesn't do it on its own, so you'll have to.
Okay. Main. Here we go.
Fingers crossed.
Yeah.
Yes, excellent. All right, Ryan, you're up.
Okay, so I noticed, because I didn't get a high enough perception check initially, but at this point I would notice the runes going haywire.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. Would I know, like, okay, well, basically, I'm not going to go down there and try to overload them myself, because I am selfish that way. So I'm going to run over here and grab the body of the Quasit and toss it into the portal.
Okay. Where are you? Okay, yep, you pick that one up that Ryan just killed and just dunk it down in there. Kaboom.
Did anything happen?
Do you want to try to hit the demon with it?
No, I'm trying to throw it into the portal.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, as it hits the water, it floats. You see it bobbing in the air where whatever fell in there before didn't. It just disappeared. And then it sinks and disappears.
Darn. Well, it was worth a shot. I think that's my turn then.
You know what? Make a strength check, because this may, just to see how far you threw it, because that may have an impact based on where you're standing.
Well, we all know how my strength checks go. No, that's not
Oh, neat.
super bad.
Okay, I was going to do it by the foot, so we'll say 15 feet for this. So, technically, it would have struck the rune as you threw it, and it runs down the bolt and strikes that rune before splashing into the water. As it strikes the rune, some of the Quasit's hard scale chips away a little bit at the rune, and it's on the fritz much more so than the other ones. It looks like it's just about ready to blow.
Okay. All right. I will. That's pretty much all I can do. I'll be like, guys, I think we should take care of these things. I don't think we could kill that.
Kill the small stuff and like run.
Well, I mean, we could leave the portal open for a shadow demon to rampage through the city. That's fine with me. I mean, you know, I'm cool with running. But if we want to save the city, we should probably destroy this place.
Gotcha.
Okay. Go ahead and bump it down once you're all
Oh,
set.
right.
To it.
Sorry.
No problem. Mage 3 is frantically running, very frightened at this point, and trying to. Oh gosh, hold on. Let me see what he's got here, because he does see Ramia.
I'm in the way. He could just jump over me.
Yeah, he doesn't have anything. He initially thought of trying to assist, but he just doesn't have anything. So he reaches up and pulls himself up into the hallway here.
It just leaves me there.
Gets about that far. Yeah.
I
You saw him sort of thinking about it. He wants to get out of there now.
Weak mages. Weak.
Boo.
All
All right, Astrid, you're up.
Cool. In my inventory, I've got something called a piton. What is that? Piton.
They're used for climbing. It's basically a spike.
Oh, things that go into
okay.
Mhm.
Can I try and throw one of them at the runes? As I heard Rhinewin say that we need to.
Sure. It would be like an improvised weapon, much like the other things. So go ahead and do just a standard attack. Just roll a d20 off the bottom, because there's no proficiency.
But she's a monk.
Okay.
Is she proficient in improvised weapons?
I'm not sure. I'll look into it in a bit. That hit either way. So go ahead and roll a d4 for damage.
3 for damage.
Okay. It already took some damage for the other thing. So this rune just gets a chunk of the stone, um, breaks, and it frizzes out. And then the two large ones, with that one shut down, water level rises again a little bit. The demon seems to be getting more force pulling it down, but the two large runes can't sustain it anymore on their own. They blow off, giant bits of stone fly in from either side. They're sort of striking the shadow demon as it's pulled down beneath the liquid and out of sight. Um, the little demony creatures try and jump down after it. You're welcome to attack if you want to, Felix. Um, because you
Sure,
would
maybe I'll
have.
hit something.
Nice. I go and attack closet too.
So that's the wrong thing. There.
Nice.
Oh,
You hit it.
Sorry.
Nice.
um, that was aimed at Viv, but I'm assuming that 22 hits.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Okay. It's a fair amount of damage. It's actually pretty close to death. So you cut into its legs as you just do a swing with the end of the lighting stick there as it almost trips over that down into the pool below. So the shadow demon's out of sight. The bowl seems to be relatively intact. However, the water level is rising rapidly now in this bowl. You think that wherever this was emptying out into has been sealed, and it's likely just a stone bowl now.
Oh,
Gosh.
great.
But you're all out of combat. Well, I guess not. There's Biv, right? Rio's unconscious, and yeah, let me know what you guys want to do.
Well, I'm gonna. If Biv still in a hostile stance
Um,
or whatever?
It's tough to tell. Let me jump by turn. Is there anything else you wanted to do, Astrid, or was that it for your turn?
Oh no, that's it. Sorry.
Okay, no problem. I'm just gonna scooch it down to Emil. All right, Emil, how would you like to approach this? You've got Mage 3 sort of in the tunnel near you now.
My primary concern is Ormia, so I'm gonna step out of the shadows and call somebody get over here and help Ormia. But beyond that, I'm not gonna take any action against any of the mages, so
Okay.
just kind of stand ready.
All right. Do you want to hold an action or anything in case the mages do something or anything like that? Don't have to. Just.
I guess it's Biv that's still up.
Mhm.
Yeah, you know what? If Biv attacks one of us, then I'll attack with the bow. But other than that, I won't do anything.
Okay.
That'll be my held action.
All right. I'll just cheat and bump it down to M. So M, what would you like to do at this point?
I would like to go back towards Ormia and Emil,
Okay.
and would I be able to do? I want to do healing word.
Yeah. Yep. You've got that one prepared. Yep.
Ah, you're all the way up there. Okay. Okay.
All right. Yep. You've got her targeted. Sweet. You know. Okay. Ormia, you are brought back to life. You still have a lot of wounds and pain, but it's like a major hangover or migraine sort of as you're waking up and rousing to consciousness.
This is not my day.
I'm so sorry.
Anything else for M?
Oh, I'm good.
Okay. Felix, you're up.
Dan, what was it to jump across the wide gap?
Oh, geez, this whole thing. Oh, wait. Up top,
Yeah.
with the water
up top.
running.
Mhm.
It's a well. You're gonna try and do the jump and just clear the whole thing if you want with your movement, or if you're wading through it or you fail that jump and you land in it, you have to do a strength saving throw.
Okay, so what's the save to jump across? Is it just movement you said, or?
Well, you can jump. You can use that jump feature where you take like half of your. Let me take a look here. Or I don't know if Sarah still has it pulled up.
Oh,
But the distance, if you have like 10 feet running, then you can.
If you long jump, you can cover a number of feet up to your strength score if you move at least 10 feet immediately before you jump. So if you get a running start, you can clear as many feet up to your strength score.
perfect. I have a strength score of 15, so that's just enough.
Nice. Okay. You hustle to do a long jump over it and land safely on the other side.
Okay, so in my estimation, I'm threatening Biv now. Is that correct?
Yeah, I mean, you're up in his space. You're 10 feet away.
Okay. I'm gonna yell at them to reset the runes back to where they originally were draining the sewage to.
Okay. All right.
And that will end my turn.
Okay. All right. Rio has to make his. All right. I can't do it with that sheet. I just have to do it. Oh, here it is. He fails. That's first saving throw.
Oh god.
Okay. So he's
But
still.
he's gonna be covered in crap.
He's just unconscious. So that moves us to Biv, and he is going to lean down and sort of, well, I don't know, what has he got? He leans down, looks over at the tunnel with Mage 3 standing in it, looking out at his Biv, his brother, and Rio. And Biv again leans down a little further, puts his arm around Rio, pulls a cape over the front of him, and in a puff of dark smoke, disappears.
Dang it!
Because he's the worst. And he has
Literally the worst.
Yeah. He's such an a-hole. Okay. So now you guys are left with, you are officially out of combat. You have Mage 3 sort of with you in that tunnel. Everyone's conscious. What's the general?
What did I miss? I feel like something big happened while I was unconscious. Because she was unconscious the entire time the demon was there.
You missed it all. It was quite a show.
Okay. Do we need a run?
Alright, I'm gonna run up to Mage 3 and like frantically shake him by the shoulders and be like, "Can you fix this?"
No, it would take all three of us.
Alright, let's go.
Yeah. And he turns and starts like running with you.
Yeah, I'll be
just
running this entire time.
Okay.
I want to help Ormia up and
Okay.
get her going.
They help her up that 5 foot,
Thank you.
space up there.
You're welcome.
Neat. And because you have had so much combat, and there's a few downtime goodies to knock out, I'll summarize. You guys managed to make your way back through the sewer. You don't encounter anything else. Sort of backtrack the route you came. Emil, you're very on point with cities, and that includes the sewers, and you're very conscious of what direction you came from. You arrive back on the surface, and
Smelling great.
oh yeah.
So
The
awesome.
sun's like, oh, our eyes. There's a guard there, and he brings you back to the main guard, which I've got written down somewhere. And you guys are Rupert Stillwater, who seems very thankful. And stop me if you want to roleplay any of this, but I do have some fun downtime things to end the
Or
episode
Mia's
with.
just gonna tell him about the two frat boy elves, and
Oh,
kind of take the third mage there, whose name she would have learned. Just kind of push him forward a little bit, and just be like, "Yeah, guess what? You get to spill everything, friend. I'm gonna go take a bath and go get healed."
nice.
I don't suppose I'm guessing the missing people that we were sent to find are probably dead, right?
Yeah, the third mage, Roy, as you learned his name was, talks about
Oh
once
my
you've
gosh.
arrived.
Did
Dan, you
see
didn't.
what you did?
Oh my god.
Did you just?
Talk, talks about um, what they were up to, their reasoning for it, what happened, that they were the cause. That he saw a number of these closet that they'd released, dragging animals at first, and then children. And he felt very beholden to his brother Biv. Um, but let's see. Basically, I mean, the story is, as he tells it, that they were all members of Tensor University, and they were there because they were paying to be there. Uh, their families had always paid to be there. They didn't actually have a ton of skill, and they lost their fortunes. His brother and the guy that he ran with, they lost all their money, and when they couldn't afford the tuition anymore, um, they didn't pass. They have an aptitude test for Arcana potential, the scholarship basically. For anyone that's actually good and willing to learn, basically, they can go. But these guys sucked, and they were paying their way through it, and they lost their money, and they were felt looked down on after that. Very snobbish, racist jerks that were upset that everyone else just gets to walk in there regardless of race or class or background or any of that. Um, and yeah, so he tells the whole story. Rupert Stillwater gets someone, sends a group of guards over to Tensor U to get whatever happened down there repaired before the city floods with sewer water, um, and pays each of you 50 gold apiece. So you can each add 50 gold to your respective inventories. And you saved the day. Now, Rhinewin, I might have to go back and watch a video unless you wrote it down. I forget, but however much you were promised from that woman, she's there. She's at the guardhouse, still nagging clerks and stuff. She's back again. So you get that money. If you're not sure what it is, let me know, and I will go watch the video and find out.
That was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, I'm like,
Yeah,
how much was it?
I want to say that it was like 300 gold plus expenses, but
Nice.
plus expenses. I know I said that, but I don't want to I'm not real sure. So
Okay. I'll take a peek and we'll see what's what. Uh, After that, you guys, after talking back, heading back to the Runekeeper and hearing about some of these other options. Oh, it's a bum stuff's not here. So everyone, I've talked to about some downtime activities and such. Um, in addition to what we discussed, there are a few things that the Runekeeper suggested. For a meal, the Runekeeper suggested taking that. Let me pull it up here. A meal. Okay. That mage that needed a bodyguard, which is mostly for show because the mage is pretty powerful. He had lost his previous bodyguard, and but the bodyguard was also his student. It was a bodyguard on a per diem basis, and he would learn from the wizard. Um, and the Runekeeper felt that would be a good fit for you should you take on that job.
Well, I don't look intimidating, but I'm perceptive, so maybe.
Neat. I'll get the pay to you for that as well. Um, and it's so close. We'll have a little time to roleplay here too. I'm just going to cover some of the things you're all doing. Um, Emil, if you wouldn't mind doing just an Arcana, a straight up Arcana check, yeah, to cover some of this time spent. Oh, nice. You're fairly, I mean, you're very adept. 16's pretty high for this, so um, you pick up a lot of things from this wizard over this. I mean, you all have about 2 months, just over 2 months of downtime. On the days that you decide to take this job on, you do pick up quite a bit. The wizard seems to be interested in trying to teach you some of the ways of magic, and you pick up quite a bit. Um, let's see, Ormia, some of your downtime is researching information on that compass more so than you had before. You find a few more details. I guess roll a history check just to see what you pick up, and then we'll see what you.
No, no, child. Stop it. No, can't grab the die. Okay.
Okay, not bad. It looked like a 2 for a second. I'm like, oh no. Uh, all right, so you learn the name. There was a Captain Finn Smith that is the one that had this item constructed. He hired a lot of dark mages to craft this item to track down his enemies.
What was the item called again?
Hang on, it's in the images. Seeker's Compass.
Right. Okay, hang on. I'm trying to take notes.
Oh, okay. So Seeker's Compass.
I'll go over this later. Keep
Okay.
going.
And it said that the blood of 1,000 innocents was used in its creation. It's got a really dark past to it. Not too much on its actual use, but you do find those handy tidbits for its past. Um, it almost feels as though it's fairly straightforward, so there's no deciphering how to use it.
Help! I'm being attacked.
Nice. um, let's see. Emersina, what did we... I feel like there was possibly... Oh, right. So, Emersina, you spent a little time looking into leatherworking, and you did find a shop that you visited, a number for a good week or two, just out of interest, until they finally asked, "Would you like, to come behind the counter and get a closer look?" And so you did. Yeah. After that, you were able to spend a good amount of time sort of picking up the basics of leatherworking. Also, and I have a picture for this, I think, on one of the days that you were down in the slums, where I imagine most of you are resting. Come on, what's the? I forgot the name now. Crap.
I'm not.
Oh, here it is. Oh, right. Except for you, because you've got it made. With the noble status, they're letting you stay there. So you come across this wanted poster, and let me bring up OBS, make sure it's loading here. In a couple of places, sort of tucked away, but along strips of road down there in the slums and in the drowning slums where there's water-filled streets. Oh, come on and load already. I don't know how you say it, Duran or Darin. Has it loaded for you yet?
Not
Nope.
yet.
No.
I pronounce it Darren.
Darren, okay, thanks. Well, we'll just sit here for a second, I guess. This isn't a huge image, so I don't know why it's... Okay, there we go. It popped in for me. Did it pop in for you?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Okay. Let me know when it pops in for you, and I'll bring my notes back up. Mm-hmm.
While we're waiting,
Yeah.
Dan, did I get letters from my family?
You did get some back that everyone is in good health,
Oh, there we go.
and there's a little bit of concern for you, and just how you're doing, and all that, but confidence in you too that you can take care of yourself, and a little pride for going out and taking care of what something that was important
Oh, there it is.
Misplaced pride. Okay.
to you. Yeah, yeah. Okay, so it popped up, Em.
Yeah.
Okay. You see a wanted poster, and it catches your eye immediately because it's an image of your brother,
Yeah.
Darren. So if you want, roll. Well, I guess it would be history because you're trying to gather information, basically.
Yeah.
Um,
So I'm gonna take one of the posters and kind of fold it up and tuck it into my pocket.
nice.
You said history, right?
Yeah, history check too. As you follow up and try and get information on your brother. I'll let you roll. Let's see. That was. I mean, you've got essentially 2 months, so we'll say that's month one. Go ahead and roll the second time. 'Cause this is too late. Ugh. Okay.
Not
The
doing so well.
only information that you're able to gather is mostly what's on the poster. Damages and debts owed. He's gambled. He's broken things, and he's on the run. You were able to find out that word is he was headed towards Dauphin's Haven on that rightmost continent of Ephron, fleeing the now used up um, city here, the slums. Um,
How do you spell that?
Dauphin apostrophe
Okay.
S, Dauphin's Haven. Yeah.
Okay.
Felix, you are actually you have a couple things going on. You're almost recruited. The guards were really impressed with the work everyone did, and they asked for your help training some of the new recruits. Partly from your city guard, your city watch background. Um, you are able to go ahead and make I don't know. I guess just make a charisma. Yeah, make a charisma check to see like the overall impression you get. You're also asked,
Hey,
and you take advantage of the need for help in the kitchen in the mess hall. And let's see what you got here. All right, okay, you're pretty successful, and one of the high-ranking members of the guard there also tries to give you a few um, pointers as well, which may come into play down the road. That you got a little insight from him on tactics, I'll say. But also, you get your own set of chef's tools from all the help you provide in the kitchen, and you learn a basic set of skills for preparing food. Um,
nice.
Rhinewin, they ask you once they get the sewer under control. They there's a certain office in the city that is concerned about the erosion from the rivers and this and that, and they ask, given your nature, if you'd be willing to help them map out the rivers and the area they're cutting through in the city.
If the pay is right.
Nice. They say you can keep anything you find down there, and a lot of people, Sussex, yeah. um, so if you take that on, go ahead and make an I guess an investigation check. Let's see what you find down there.
Oh,
Oh,
I find a
nice.
lot.
Okay.
Whoa.
I'm actually going to message you what you find
Okay.
after this. Okay, very neat. That's awesome. All
I'm a
right.
good fan. Maybe it's too long to mention on stream.
Yeah, like ooh. Astrid, you the Rune Keeper directs you to that monk order. There's someone here in the city that is part of the Mystics, um, and tries to set you up with them if you're interested.
Yeah.
Okay, nice. Let me see if.
There's one other thing, Dan, that I wanted to do, but I forgot to message you about. So can I
Okay.
message you later?
Sure. Yeah.
Cool.
We're gonna have some at the top of next episode. We'll have a little bit to flesh this out and some other things that happen as well. Um, but please, yeah, absolutely message me. Where is this? And I'll have to find out later. Okay, let me try and wrap this up. All right, Astrid, Ryan, Felix, Emerson, Ormia, Emil, and Kaylin was very interested in that seminar at the Gearworks and regarding tinkering. So she pays some money to get in, get a tinkering kit, and get a basic understanding of that. Oh, and I wish she was here. Okay, so if you're watching this later, Steph, the Runekeeper offers you. He has a spell in mind, and he knows you're not really one for spells, but this is something tied in with your sage background, and asks if you're interested in learning this. And later, I'll have you roll an Arcana check to see if you pick it up or not. I think that's all of the main stuff. There are other things that we'll get into, but I know we're running really late. So we'll have some role play, and we'll catch up on some of the other training things and events in the downtime. And just quickly as we end, to end on an extra fun note, the following night, I believe, is the first night everyone that is still afflicted with the runic brand needs to roll a wisdom saving throw. So if the three of you, I think, that still have it would roll a wisdom saving throw, please.
Oh,
Nice, Emil. Jimmy.
oh no.
Oh, gosh.
Jeez.
Okay.
Here we go, Felix. We're dying together.
So close. All right. No, everyone is safe that first night. And that's where we'll end it here for the night. And we will pick back up next Friday for some interesting role play and other good stuff. Okay. Yay!
We lived.
Everyone lived. Huzzah, huzzah. All right. Let me pull up chat here. So I guess I'm going to wrap it up now. Sometimes I like to ask if anyone has questions, but I already ran everyone so late. So thank you, players, for your extra patience and running over tonight, your patience with me. And yeah, I'll give you some behind-the-scenes stuff of what went down there, too, after the fact. But thank you, viewers, for being here and chilling with us and making chat hilarious and fun. We look forward to seeing you next week. So have a great night, everyone. You can check out, let me just toss in here, if you want to get caught up in any of the episodes you haven't seen, you can hop over to our YouTube page. Otherwise, we will catch you next Friday night. Have a great night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.